Hi, my name is Tiffany Cameron, Reggae Girls top striker, and you are watching Ryan LFC YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Reggae Girls fans, how are you guys doing today? Reggae Boyz fans, how are you guys doing today? Jamaica versus Canada. And you know that I live in Canada. Two of my team playing, but you know where my heart is it. You know where my heart at? Yes, sir. Jamaica, first country. So, let's take it to them. Yeah, our time now to shine Canada. And we're going to show you guys what you guys expect. This is not going to be previous time when we meet Canada, where you guys just walk over us like wasn't there before. This is a newborn Jamaican team. We're ready, and we're ready to fight. No pressure is on the Reggae Girls. None is on the Reggae Girls. Demo J, stop, come put up this. Come join the show, brother, and give a thought before the game start. Demo, you really are coming at the comment section and talk about Canada 4? Come on, Demo, bro. Have a little bit of balls about the Demo J. Have a little bit of balls about the Demo J. What kind of 4 you talk about? People, smash the like button. Demo, something wrong with your head? We are taking it to the Canadian team tonight. We have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose. We playing against a very good team. Nothing to lose, special edition. Let's bring some positive in the house. Bring some positive. People, give me the score prediction before the game start. Demo say 4-1. Special edition say 2-0 to Jamaica. Demo J, I hope you have the same energy after the show. Yeah? I hope you have the same energy after the show. Big up to all of my people them down in the comment section. Listen, Demo J, right now, may I tell you this straight. Jamaica take it to Canada. We have nothing to lose. We're already at the World Cup right now. We have played fearless against this Canadian team. And we have to approach it the right way. You see, if we can approach it the right way, yo, may have confidence this Jamaican team can get the job done. No matter listen to Demo J, because Demo always predict other team to beat Jamaica. I don't know why, but Demo J never yet predict Jamaica for win a game yet. Always opponents. I wonder if America him live. I wonder if him not support Jamaica. But anyway, Demo, big up yourself. Prince, if you're watching, my brother, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much for change my VPN. So I can watch the game. I can watch the game. The game going to start at 9 p.m. Jamaican time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Canada, USA. In England, it's going to be 3 p.m. So all of the people in the UK, it's going to be 3 p.m. And big up to all of the people in the UK where stay up so late for the game. I hope the Reggae Girls can give you guys a lot of confidence, right? And I hope you guys don't waste your sleep, yeah, because we are going to win tonight, all right? So, Demo J, back up, Demo. Back up, brother. I want Liverpool alone. You talk good about. When you come on to Jamaica, you never have nothing good to say. We qualify for the World Cup. I know so we are on the same level right now as Canada. But what I can tell you, we qualify for the World Cup. The girls them in a good spirit. The girls them confident them can get something from the game. No pressure. Take it to them. Bring it to them. I'm going to believe that the Reggae Girls going to make us proud tonight. But I'm begging you, Reggae Girls, please don't lie down and take 5 or 6. It's not good. You can't be the third best team in a Concacaf and picking up them bad result there. Yeah, no more 5, no more 6. We want to be proud and we want the game to supposed to be competitive. Yeah, Demo? Competitive, I ask the females to do. Once a female go out there and put in a performance, I don't think we have the problem. Canada is a very good team, but Canada is not the same Canada. But them still have quality player. Them still qualify for the World Cup. And getting goals is important. But this Jamaican team, I don't believe this Canadian team is far away from this Jamaican team. A lot of people going to say, Ryan, stop your eyes. You're too biased when it comes on to you're too crazy. Listen, I'm telling you, I watch Canada player, and they just not looking like the same Canada who we know will win the Olympic. But same player. But you know football, but anything can change. And we just want to let you guys know that. Alright? So people, smash the like button. Big up to all of the people down in the comment section. Really, really appreciate you guys coming in. Fresh God. Big up yourself, brother. Enough love and respect. So, tonight, people, we know how we go and you know how we do things on the stream. You know what I mean? So, I want to big up to all of the people down in the comment section. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in and stuff. Alright? So, smash up the like button for me, people. You know the thing going. Me ask, you know. Like up the stream. So, I have a few guests tonight, you know. It's not going to be me alone on the show. Alright? So, Demo J, you can go and come with your bad energy. You know what I mean? You can go and come with your bad energy. See? You can't go and come with your bad energy. That not gonna work, Demo. That not gonna work, Demo. Give the girl them some credit, Demo, man. Jesus Christ, Demo J. But yeah, people. So, me have a link for the game. Tonight, so you guys can definitely look out for that. Alright? My Jamaican people can look out for that. So, alright. Without further ado, alright, let's hook up this thing and get the ball started right here. I just hope this thing nobody feel me tonight, you know, because it has been giving me a whole heap of feeling from week, but I go trust it and think by next week we can repair them the right and proper way. Alright, people. So smash the like button, people. Smash the like button. Also, I'm going to pin the link. So who want to join the show, you can join the show. But for those who want the link to watch a game, you have to message me on Instagram, because I not go make what happened to me last week. I think last week, this week, where people, if you want to watch a game, you have to message me on Instagram early. You understand? So I have a Ryan. You don't know Ryan from Canada. He's a Canadian fan. So I am going to have him in a few, and I know say I come share him thought and the thing. But USA beat up the local. Why may I tell you? How may I get the local feedback there in the thing? Hold on the people. USA flag the man them star. USA flag Costa Rica. Alright, people, so you know I love play other clippings, you know, and thing. So I'm gonna play a few other clippings, so I'm quiet the background that you guys can hear me loud and clear. People, I'm tired, you know. We don't know the work already. So I have to put in the work, bridging. Nothing for the lazy people, them bridging. If you don't put in the work or you expect, you're gonna reach far in life. You know, reach far in your life, bridging. Yeah? You have to put in the work. You understand? Nothing come easy. Nothing free. You have to put in the work. Yeah, if you don't work, you don't get paid. Alright, people. Smash the like button. Smash the like button, star. Alright.
Meet the first ever all Google phone. Best camera on a Pixel yet. It's smart enough to make photo bombers magic eraser. Motion is made silky smooth with motion mode.
Test it out. People, tell me if you not hear that loud.
Google Pixel 6.
Come on off the phone, man.
Men get what they want and are comfortable and happy. They will work wonders. Oh, they got rid of the coach that they did not want. They got the coach they wanted, and they went on to qualify for the World Cup. This is called woman power. Yes, the magnitude of this back-to-back qualification, though, from a Concacaf confederation that includes the best team in the world, the USA, and the mighty Canada, for a country that don't even have a domestic women's football league, and basically a country that don't have a football federation. This is a brilliant achievement by all concerned. Who want praise the JFF can go and praise the JFF. But the fact of the matter is that this Reggae Girls program operates like a separate entity from the JFF. They came together, they stuck together, and in the end, they brilliantly dispatched the high-riding Haitians to march into the World Cup for the second cycle in a row. Congratulations are in order to all parties involved. Big up the Reggae Girls, big up Coach Lon Donaldson and the rest of the staff, big up Sidella Marley, and big up my crickets and the Jet. No, sorry, mistake.
Head coach Lon Donald.
So yeah, people, I like when the local media I dash the credit and them I dash the credit in the right place. So I'm happy about that. Big up to World Chase as always. Big up to TVJ. Listen, people, we need to give the girls them full support. It no matter what happened tonight, we already qualify for the World Cup. It's be good if we can go play better opponents and prepare us for I think after the World Cup you have the Olympic. I think so. Yeah, you have some very good team in the Olympic. You have some very good country. Not many country go to the Olympic. And I think Jamaica went to the Olympic 2008, Jamaica females team. So it'll be good for the Reggae Girls to be in the second Olympic. And that's going to be the second World Cup. So we are get the success and we are get it little by little. And I want the people them to have this in mind. All right? Listen to me, people. All right? Remember, we know that Canada rank second in Concacaf. We know that Canada is the defending champion for the Olympic. People, listen, we just ask the girl them to put in a good performance. If we get a win, it'll be good. But more pressure is on this Canadian team to get the result. I'm going to say it again. More pressure is on Canada to get the result. They are the favorite going into this game. So Jamaica, they don't have no pressure to win this game. I want to see the Jamaican team express themselves a little bit more, be a little bit more brave, holding on the ball, passing around the ball, and attack this Canada team. I want to see us a little bit more brave inside the midfield. When they reach into the final third, we have to be more brave. That's some of the thing I want to see from this team. We have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose. If we even lose the game, we still have a chance to play third, to qualify as a third place team to play in the Olympic. You understand? So I am waiting to see what's going to happen tonight. We have almost 58 minutes before the game kick off. So in the meantime, listen to this.
Donaldson wants the Reggae Girls qualification for back-to-back FIFA World Cup tournaments to change the fortunes of Jamaica's women's football program. On Monday, the Reggae Girls once again etched their names in the history books following a thumping victory over Haiti in their final group game of the Concacaf Championship in Monterrey, Mexico. Karen Madden has this report.
The Jamaicans, who started the day in third place, needed to beat Haiti to overtake them and grab the one remaining automatic spot at the championships. Well, within 26 minutes, they showed that they understood the assignment when Trudy Carter tucked in a goal from a Khadija Bunny Shaw pass to put the Reggae Girls in the ascendancy. Haiti stepped up the pressure but couldn't find the breakthrough, and the Reggae Girls held the lead through the halftime break. That lead was extended when Shaw outsmarted her markers and thumped one in to make it 2-0, and by then every fan knew that something special was unfolding. The Haitians worked hard to cut the deficits, but goalkeeper Rebecca Spencer stood up to the challenge. And when the Haiti defense panicked and handled the ball in the area, Australia and New Zealand beckoned. The Reggae Girls captain stepped up and accepted the responsibility by calmly slotting in the resulting penalty. It was game over when Carter turned provider for Drew Spence's glancing header to put the game out of reach, and with that, the Reggae Girls punched their ticket to the FIFA showpiece.
Said you don't need to do anything, just be positioned, and the battle is yours. So let's just praise God because our position, we had faith, we know we were the best.
Shaw reflected on the historic occasion.
It means a lot, you know, especially throughout the beginning of the campaign, we came under a lot of pressure, you know, and we just stuck together. We held our composure. We know that once we stick together and play our game, you know, at the end of the day, we're going to be victorious. And I think it just goes to show that, you know, we're a small island, but we can do big things.
And Donaldson chronicled what successive World Cup appearances should mean for the country's women's football program.
After the tournament is over, then, you know, I want to sit down with, you know, people who want to move football once and for all, and we can start thinking about, you know, the girls and going forward and what we can do for women's football in Jamaica.
The Reggae Girls have more business at the championships, but Monday night was time to celebrate their massive achievement. Jamaica will play Group B chart toppers Canada on Thursday in the semi-final round. Karen Madden, TV.
Good evening. Welcome, Ryan, my brother. Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. This is going to be a good match.
Are you ready to get smashed?
No. We won the Olympics. We got the gold medal. Y'all got to prove yourself. But I'll give you this. Jamaica wins. I got you in the final.
All right. So, based on a Canada fans coming into this game, you see what Jamaica do in the group stage. Are you worried, or what do you think of this Jamaican team?
I'm very leery of Bunny Shaw. I think she's a very good striker, a very good player. Canada's defense is a strong group with Gilles and Zadorsky. But for me, I think Shaw is probably the best striker right now in the Concacaf region. In the women's.
Hold on. Prince, where you there? Prince. Say that again a while ago. Say that what you say a while ago about Bunny Shaw. What you say about Bunny Shaw? I never hear. What you say a while ago about Bunny Shaw? Yeah.
Strong striker, kind of has that Michaela Antonio type play. The way she plays, the position, best striker right now in CONCACAF in the women's game, I would say. So I'm very leery, can make a defense very tired in minutes, can tire out the legs there. So you have to be very careful with the way, because she can run on the ball, she could tap it in, she could take a good shot off the bounce. She can play any way you want a striker to play. So she's a masterful player. And I'm very worried about that when it comes to Canada's defense, because they've played good strikers. They've played good teams. And Canada's defense was strong in the Olympics. It was strong in this tournament. But it's because Canada's offense, over the past year, it hasn't been as dominant as people would like to think with the talent they have. So if Bunny Shaw has a great game and has a brace or a hat trick, Jamaica wins. I'm saying that right now.
Okay. Fair enough, man, because it's so funny. Bunny Shaw is on the bench, by the way, viewers. Big up to all of the people in the comment section. You know that we have the conversation last night and the night before. Prince, one of my co-hosts, one of my brethren and stuff. This is not any dig at Prince. And Prince understand me. I hope the viewers them understand. To know that a Canadian fans rank Bunny Shaw as #1 striker in CONCACAF right now. But what about the United States? What about the Canada striker? Why you think Bunny Shaw is that? She is it right now. And she competing against some legend player.
Christine Sinclair, I love her. She's a great footballer. She's getting older, though. And Canada, Jordan Heidema just isn't matching up right now. She can. Not right now. The U.S., I don't really see the striker position as something they really care about because they have Sonnet, they have Rose Lavelle, Rapinoe. They could do it from anywhere, and Canada can as well. That's the good thing with Sinclair kind of running out her time, is Canada could do it from anywhere as well. But Jamaica has that just dynamic striker that Canada wants to replace Sinclair, and that the USA would be even scarier with.
Mm-hmm.
And Mexico, we've seen what they did. They don't have anybody.
Okay.
So right now, but the way Bunny Shaw is playing, it's not like she's the best striker in the Confederation by default. She's earned that right.
Yeah, fair enough, man, and good to know that our opponents fans can talk about Bunny Shaw, because it was a really saga we were going at, because I believe she's a world-class striker, and I believe if she playing for Mexico, she qualified a Mexico team. Do you think that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That Mexico team would have qualified second. They wouldn't have beat the U.S., but they would have qualified.
Yeah, because I think that's a missing piece for the Canadian team.
Yeah, because Canada has a strong defense. They have a lot of talent on the wings. They still have Sinclair, who still has talent, still has quality, but is getting older.
Yeah. So...
And probably the last cycle for her. Once Australia's over, that's probably her international retirement at the very least. So
all right. One more thing before you give me a little more in-depth on Canada. All right. Do you believe if Bunny Shaw were playing for, she scored 59 goals for Jamaica already, right?
Yeah.
The international football. She went to France, tear it up, get the move to Man City. Man City bought her and stuff. And everywhere she go to score a goal.
Yep.
You believe if she in this Canada team or USA team, should have scored more goal based on the midfielder them will play for them two team? Yeah?
Yes, for both. I think if she played for Canada, she would have scored at least.
You think should have started for Canada? No. You think should have started for Canada and USA? No.
Yes.
Okay.
I think she would start. Yeah. Because, again, Canada does need that next striker to take over. And the USA, they kind of just do it by committee. So if they had a striker like Bunny Shaw, they would have her start, I think.
Yeah.
So
we're supposed to glad to have Bunny. I definitely glad, and I think Prince glad to have her too. So, all right. So a lot of people have been talking about this Canadian team that, you guys win the Olympic. You guys are a very good team, but a lot of people not impressed in this tournament how Canada has been playing. What are the people them saying in Canada, and how you feel about the team?
It's the same problems in the Olympics. They sort of pulled a Portugal Euro 2016 back in the Olympics and just got their way through the tournament and survived and advanced. Their offense, with all the talent that's on the Canadian team, Heidema, Lawrence, Sinclair, Becky, Grosso, you would think they'd score goal after goal after goal. The only game they did that was the first game of the group stage in this Concacaf W tournament. They're still having that problem of finding that offensive attack, because the defense under Bev Priestman is wonderful, and the midfield as well, defensively, is wonderful with this team. It's the offense that it has all these names. It has all this talent, but you'd think they'd score 4 or 5 goals a game like they used to when the talent wasn't as much back in like 2015 and all that. This team should be scoring 3-4 goals a game, even against Costa Rica, even against Jamaica. But the offense, they just haven't found that gear yet. And that's the problem with this team, because defensively is strong.
Right.
Goalkeeping-wise, the team is still strong, even after the retirement of Stephanie Labbe. Goalkeeping-wise, the team is still strong. Offensively, 3 goals a game is what I want to see. They beat Costa Rica 2-0. They beat Panama 1-0. And I'm like, that game wasn't great. And that was even a very scrappy goal by Grosso to score that goal that qualified Canada to the World Cup. So it makes you wonder, how are they going to figure out the offense? Because the defense has been sorted. Bev Priestman has made that defense absolutely rock solid. And that's how they won the gold medal in the Olympic Games, because they got that defense to be rock solid and lead them to those penalty shootouts and keep that clean sheet against the USA once they had the penalty in regular time to win that semifinal. Same here. The defense has been rock solid. The offense has been lacking. And some commentators on this tournament have said that Canada's offense is absolutely magnificent, strong, unstoppable. And I'm like, have you been paying attention for the past year when I heard that? Because it just made absolutely no sense. Because you would think they just score goal after goal after goal, but they don't. And that's the thing that's making people wonder about the team.
Yeah, most definitely. But so, based on what you're saying, United States, they score 5 on us. We score 480. We beat Mexico by 1-0. We should at least beat the Mexico by 4-0.
Yeah.
Because we create a lot of opportunity. So based on what you see how Jamaica perform for the last 3 games, coming into this one, with Canada, they don't give up a lot of goal, but you know that they're going to probably score 1. And I always tell people, once you have a good defense, a solid foundation, you have a great chance to do great stuff. And I believe that this Canada team is very good at that.
Yes.
But one thing though, Ryan, they don't score enough goal. That give me more confidence the Jamaican team can get a better result against this Canadian team, because definitely they don't score a lot of goal like the USA way. They're going to outscore us. They don't do that. So this game going to be, a lot of people think that Jamaica will lose this by 4 or 5. I believe this game going to be very, very close.
No. Like, if Canada, like, the best case scenario for Canada is this just goes like the US-Costa Rica game that just ended. They got an early-ish goal. They kind of scuffle for more, but they end up winning 2-0 or 3-1. That's like the best case scenario in this situation for me, for Canada against Jamaica. Worst case, the defense absolutely somehow just craps the bed, and Jamaica is strong, which I don't think that's going to happen, but football could go anyway. Jamaica's been absolutely wonderful in this tournament. So it's the question of, how does Canada play Jamaica? Because this is the biggest challenge they've had so far. In the group, it was a very easy group for Canada. They didn't have to play Mexico. They didn't have to play the U.S. They had, of course, their own group because they were in the Olympics. But they didn't have to play anybody who was really worth anything. No Jamaica, no Mexico. They played Costa Rica, but Costa Rica's been in and out over the past 2 cycles. Panama has something, but not really. It was a pretty easy group for Canada. This is their first big challenge so far since the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. This is the biggest test for Canada. I want to see how they're going to approach this game, because both teams qualify and stuff. I'm going to bring in the reason boss. You know what I mean? Good evening, sir. Welcome to the show. The first time having you same time with Ryan LFC. It's a pleasure to have you, Braden, man. I really appreciate you coming on.
Good night, Ryan. Good night, Ryan. It's Ryan to Ryan, wall to wall Ryan this evening in the house. Cheers, big man. Nice to see you. Ryan, thanks very much for inviting me on. It's a pleasure. Good night, viewers and subscribers. It's a heady night ahead, and Ryan Anderson, our esteemed Canadian guest, has set the tone and set the mood for this evening's events, and he's been very complimentary. Ryan, Mr. Anderson, you've been most complimentary, and with good reason, I would suggest. And it's really interesting to hear someone from the Canadian point of view actually bigging up and just letting the public know how well thought of the Reggae Girls are. That's really enlightening. I think you were being a touch generous, may I say, regarding that Canada-Panama game. I described it, from what I saw anyway, as a kind of a attack versus defense training exercise. I mean, the Canadians, it was just they almost knocked themselves out just trying to score a solitary goal. So in terms of a test and a viable test of the Canadians' real qualities in terms of defensive and offensive maneuvers, this Reggae Girls matchup is going to be very, very interesting indeed. And it's interesting you're saying it's the best or the toughest opposition that the Canadians have met since the Olympic success. Is that right?
I would think so, yes.
That is good news for the Reggae Girls fans out there. This is going to be a heady night. Can you just offer some clarification regarding the Olympic berth situation? Initially, I was understanding that it's the winners of the semifinals that immediately get the place, but I'm hearing there's a slight caveat to that. Is that right?
So the winner of the tournament gets an automatic berth to the Olympics in Paris. The loser of the final plays the third place game winner in a playoff to get the second spot.
Right.
So
not everyone
Canada
knows that.
Ends up winning and plays the USA. Say we lose like normally, besides when we played them in the Olympics last year, we would play the winner of Jamaica versus Costa Rica. Say it goes the way we expect it to in a playoff later this year. I think October, November, if I'm
autumn time, sometime, yeah.
Not mistaken. And the winner of that, the winner of the tournament also gets a automatic berth to the Concacaf W Gold Cup in the summer of 2024, right before the Olympics, that they're starting to do with 4 guest teams. And the winner of the playoff as well will go to that Concacaf W Gold Cup as well. Then there'll be a Nations League-like qualifier for the other 6 Concacaf teams that aren't guests. Yeah. So there'll be 8 CONCACAF teams, 4 guests in that CONCACAF W Gold Cup.
I think the more we hear about these rules, unless people actually go online and check it out, the more that we beat on the drum and just offer that kind of explanation, the more useful it will be to all the football fans out there. This is a big night and a big game ahead. I was just trying to weigh up, and I put it to you that potentially the Canadians may be that little bit more equipped mentally and psychologically to deal with the stakes as they are. Would you agree? Would you suggest that, feel that the Canadians have that edge in terms of knowing what's at stake? They want that Olympic place. They want to take on America. They know their quote unquote rightful place in the pecking order of world football, which is in the CONCACAF region. America and Canada. And would you think that Jamaica may have psychologically believed that they've reached near the top of the mountain and achieved their main objective, which is a World Cup berth? This may be possibly a bridge too far. Speak.
So for me, yes, I think Canada does have the advantage mentally of the history that they've had and the opportunities they've had and what they have done over the past 10, 15 years. They have the history of being in World Cups, being in Olympics and winning tournaments and CONCACAF W tournaments as well. They have the experience. That's the one thing Canada has. Jamaica has come on the scene. They got to the 2019 Women's World Cup with a very new squad, but a strong squad nonetheless. Sadly, they underperformed at that World Cup. I wanted them to do better, but they have grown since then. They've become better. They have had more built into that squad, and you can see that they've grown since those 4 years at that Paris Olympics, the France World Cup. Paris Olympics are next, so that happened there. But Jamaica is learning. This is their moment to prove that they are up there with Canada and the USA, or at least Canada. But they're in the top 3 by far. This is their time to try to prove, can they be closer to that top 2 than we think? So is it a bridge too far? I don't know. It could. The way football is, I didn't think Canada would beat the USA in those Olympic semifinals. I was hoping they did, but I wasn't completely sure that they'd pull it off. But it was nice to see them do it. But that's football. There's always moments where you think, is this too far? And they end up winning anyway. And they end up pulling it off. So this match could go Jamaica's way. I'm not saying this is 100% Canada. I'd say it's about 60-40. This could go either way.
That's what I've got.
I have a lot of respect for what Jamaica's done since the 2019 or 2018 Concacaf W Championship to get to the World Cup, and they've grown since then. This is going to be a very interesting match. This could be a bridge too far, but in the end, I think Jamaica will go down strong. In the end, if they do lose, I think they will look very strong. They'll be proud of themselves either way for getting back to the World Cup and being that close to the final of this tournament and still going to a third place game where they can earn a playoff for the Olympics.
Good man, Ryan. Good man. I tell you something. The Canadian team, to my mind, the best thing about them, twofold. I think their functionality, extremely efficient, very functional. They know their roles, their position, nothing too overly flamboyant. I like the look of their left and right wing, especially the one on the left hand. They're very good at overlapping and producing chances, very functional. And reading in the lead up to this game, I've noticed there's a cool, calm approach within the Canadian camp. They respect the Reggae Girls. Definitely, they recognize the dangers. Can you tell me what you feel are Jamaica's main strengths and potentially main weaknesses? And secondly, can you tell us, the viewers and subscribers out there, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Ryan LFC in the house. Quality reasoning going on here. Grosso, there's a lady called, is it Julia Grosso, who's scored about 3?
Julia Grosso.
Yes, I tell you, from listening, I've seen some of her goals and some of her play. She seems very formidable. Could you compare and contrast her possibly to Jamaica's Reggae Girls? I was going to say flavor of the month. She is a class player. The name is, of course, Drew Spence, who Lorne Donaldson, the Jamaican Reggae Girls manager, described as quote unquote Ryan LFC. Listen to this. Donaldson described Drew Spence as a proper footballer, a real footballer. I wonder for you, Ryan LFC, being a former footballer, goalkeeper, played in the professional leagues, what exactly does that kind of comment actually mean? Can you break it down for us when someone says that a real footballer, she's a proper footballer? Mr. Weird, something different, and then compare her to Grosso. Go ahead, gents.
All right. When you hear a coach give a player so many praise like that, two things come to mind. She's a complete footballer. And when you're talking about creative, she have everything in her locker. Off the ball, she's good. Right? Real professional player. So she create for the team, she do the dirty work for the team, and always fit. And when you have a player like that, listen, man, one of the things where this girl bring to this Jamaican team, you see the calmness inside the midfield, and creative player like she, especially on the female side, you have to treat them player very special. So when you hear the words, give such a nice comment and over the top, these players strive and people giving them that confidence, because not many people can create. You have to have a different IQ from a defender, a striker. When you have somebody like a Ozil, she remind me like somebody like a Ozil, where she have that last scene. Not many people on the pitch have that last scene where, okay, I'm going to slip it through to give Bonnie shot. You see, the other day, she hit a true pass, give Jody Brown, and Jody Brown should have done much better with that. That's the level of a midfielder she are, and that's why the coach give her so many praise. And I think our discipline in the game, she always work for the team. She always talking. She always a pint. As a leader, she's a everything. Not much midfielder like she out there. So when you hear the coach when him there, you have to give them a special attention. Player like she where create and all of them stuff, they have to give them a special and how you talk to them, because they are, you call them like an egg. Mesut Ozil, you have to put your arms around him to give him that comfort. Listen, you are my guy. Everything, I will give you everything. Just give him that comfort. That's what she and the coaching staff have, and they have a very good relationship. So that's what she brings to this team.
For me, when it comes to Drew Spence, much better player than Julia Grosso. I could see where you want to compare them because if once Julia
Hold on, just a second. So, people, if you want to get the link for the game, to watch the game, to provide a link for you guys, I want you guys to follow me. Instagram, LFC Domination. Just type it in, LFC Domination, and you can find me. I will give you the link there. I cannot put it on the channel because they will just take away my channel because I'm promoting. You know what it means. So I'm going to have the link provide. I would love for you guys to come right now where you guys can early enough in the show that I can watch the game. Because when the game start, I don't want to stop and I send link to give people. So at the same time, Ryan Henderson, him name exactly where you see it on the stream. Go over there and support him and thing. Reason Boss, Richie Poo Sports. Listen, go over there, go support him. I want you guys to go and support. You understand? We're all here as one. So I want you guys to go over there. So at the same time, people will not even have 60 likes on the video. What you doing to us? If you believe we're going to beat this Canadian team, run up the like button, man. Do much better with the like button. You understand? So LFC Domination, and I will provide a link for you guys. All right? So go ahead, Ryan. Finish.
So when it comes to Julia Grosso, I do think she can become a player like Drew Spence if she becomes a regular starter for the Canadian national team, because it's Janine Becky starting tonight so far. Maybe Grosso comes off the bench. I would love to see that. I think she definitely has the quality. She has the pace. She has the playing skills, the ball playing skills. The way she scored that goal against Panama to qualify Canada for the World Cup was a very ingenious way of scoring, got past two defenders. It was a very good run. So I think Grosso has the talent, but a lot younger, came through the college system, went to Texas, played for the Longhorns, women's side, and now is playing in Europe with Juventus. Got the talent. It's got the belief and system to build her into a great player at the level of a Spence. But right now, Spence is better because locked on starter for the Reggae Girls. Has a lot of talent. Again, does remind me more of a Mesut Ozil type player with the talent there. But I like the comparison with Spence and Grosso. I like that you came up with that, and I like the comparison. But right now, I think Spence is better.
Respect. And in terms then of the wonderful ringing endorsement of Drew Spence, really feeling happy. I hope she picks up on this, and if there's friends out there who are familiar with Drew, just pass on the regards that Captain Ryan Anderson is holding her in. Strengths and weaknesses of the Jamaican team. I've picked up and noticed real resilience in the defensive capabilities of the Reggae Girls. I've loved the way Alison Swaby has been conducting herself and holding herself in that defense. Satara Murray has slipped in like a hand in glove to that position that was previously held by Chantel Swaby, who, you know, acquitted herself wonderfully well and was very prominent in that 4-0 victory over Haiti. So defensively, and of course, our goalkeeper. I'd love you to say something about Rebecca Spencer and how she fits and compares in terms of ratings in the Concacaf and indeed world footballing women's level. The defense has really impressed me. I think there's much more Jamaica can offer offensively. I think they've got a real cutting edge. There is no Khadija Shaw tonight. Kyla McCoy, I believe, is playing the number 9. Is she playing the main striker? Is that what we're hearing?
I see Asher on FOTMob. It's a 4-3-3. So
well, Asher wouldn't be the cutter. She wouldn't be the cutting thrust for the Jamaican team. She's more of a holding midfielder.
Yeah,
McCoy plays a striker. Sometimes you can't take what they say on the
FOTMob and Google. I've seen some FOTMob 11s, and I'm like, no, Toronto plays a 4-3-3. Why you have it as a 4-2 or 4-4-2? But I'm starting. I have to have something up. So,
well, McCoy, I believe, is a striker for Glasgow Rangers. That's usually her position. I've not seen McCoy play as a striker. What I have seen is McCoy in a central defensive midfield position in the previous campaign before the group of death, so rightfully dubbed, and she acquitted herself really well. But the midfield area for Jamaica, I think, is a little, I was going to say underestimated, but I think it can do more. The best women's teams have strong, resilient, in your face, you know that the midfield is there working on the ball and off the ball. And I think Jamaica can do much more, but there's nothing wrong with that. Always room for improvement in all of us. How does the Canadian midfield compare? And do you think that that is fairly saying the strength and weakness of the Jamaican team as you see it?
As it is, when it comes to strength and weaknesses for the Jamaican team, I agree highly. The defense and goalkeeper is amazing for the Reggae Girls. This turnaround, this cycle, the midfield, I think they could do more. I think they could be stronger. In CONCACAF, especially in women's football, but just football in general, you really need those strong midfields, those in-your-face midfields. Canada has one of those. U.S. has one as well. The offense, Jamaica has Bunny Shaw, it's a lot better the front line. If she's on the bench or not playing, it's a little bit worse. And I think that helps Canada here. The fact that Bunny Shaw is on the bench, it helps. And I think that weakens Jamaica's front line as well. But if that defense is strong, Canada has recently over the past years had a hard time scoring goals. So I would say the defense for Canada and the midfield, goalkeeping wise, is the strongest parts of Canada. But offensively, with all the names that they have, Grosso, Becky, Sinclair, Prince, you would think they could score 3-4 goals a game against most teams in CONCACAF and easily just get to this final. I have a bit of questions on that. And if they play their best, I think they get to the final. But you have to take all in consideration that if the defense has a game that they're off, this could go completely awry. If the midfield has a game that they're off, this could go completely awry. Maybe the offense does save them, but it just depends on the system that Bev Priestman puts in, and they are well drilled defensively and midfield wise, but the goals just haven't come yet. But it has just been a year with Bev Priestman, so maybe that's what they're focusing on, the defense and midfield first, so they could be strong there, because it's better to have a strong midfield and defense than have a potent offense and no defense and midfield to speak of. So is it a good way they're building the team? I would think so. The way Bev Priestman's building the Canadian women's team to get on, and they won the Olympics, so it must be working. So I'm not going to question the way it's being built. But I would like to see more goals. I would like to see more offensive output with all the names they have. Haidema, Sinclair, Becky, Grosso, Prince. I would like to see more output, but if the defense can be that strong, you could score 2 goals a game or a goal a game and just keep on surviving and advancing, I'm not going to complain about it. It's going to come at some point. The goals will start to come out at some point, I would think. So that's what I see.
Patience is indeed a virtue. Patience is a virtue. And of course, in footballing parlance, I'm sure Ryan would agree. If you're going to win a football game, if you're not conceding goals, makes it easier to win a game. You make it hard to have goals conceded against you. You score 1, makes it doubly difficult for the opposition. They're going to have to score 2 to overcome, which is one of the reasons, by the way, that I'm keeping a close eye on my beloved Seleção, the Brazilian team. Strong defense maneuvers, but that's another discussion. Yes, Captain Ryan.
So what I want to say to a lot of people who watch the game and stuff, I been in a lot of dressing room. I know a lot of people know this, but you see, coach, it much more easier for to score a goal, but to defend properly, it much more harder, right? So what coach normally do is to make sure them have a strong goalkeeper and a strong defensive line. So they work more hard on the training pitch when it comes on to defending, because you have to do it. You have to remind the female which position they're supposed to be on the pitch. It's very hard, even the man. You understand? So it's much more harder to get the team to concede less goal. You understand? And I believe coach always say, once you're very solid at the back, you can keep a clean sheet and nick a 1 goal. And I think that's the best way how to play football, to make sure that you have a solid foundation. When you have a solid foundation, you're much more better to win football game. And you see, Leicester did that a couple years ago when they win the Premier League. They soak up pressure, they stay behind the ball, and when you made a mistake, they make it pay. So it's more easier to score football goal. You understand? So when it comes on to defense, it comes down to a lot of work, especially it comes down when you're coaching females. So you have to constant reminding them, listen, this is what you're supposed to do. And I agree with you, Reason Boss, when you say Jamaican weakness is different. And I think in the last game, I think we will definitely give up chance. We have to be a little bit more mean in the defense. And I think if we can get that, we can conquer any team in world football, because it's very important to have a solid defense. The game will be at 9 p.m. people, 9 p.m. Jamaican time if you are in the Eastern time, 10 o'clock if you are in the UK, it's going to be 3 o'clock. So the person who in New York, I don't know what time in New York, just check it. Eastern time, 10 o'clock. Come on, we'll do it easier for you. You in your country, you're supposed to know. All right?
New York and Toronto are both Eastern time, so it's 10 p.m. there. It's 9 Central here, so Jamaican time must be the same as Central time. So,
allow me, if I may, to just offer a little clarification.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Just based off what you just said. And by the way, in the comment section, I can see Patrick Holness. Good night, Patrick Holness. Big up yourself, Ryan. You have 2 excellent panelists on the show tonight. Isn't that a ringing endorsement? I'd happily read that one rather than somebody saying, what a bag of nonsense from them man there. So respect, Patrick, for them positivity.
Respect.
I can smile when we see them kind of comment. Yeah, man, every time.
Yeah, man. When you compliment me, man, I like people who can reason, because, you know, me is a more hardcore dancer when it come on to it a dancer. And Uni is more like, you know, have that look uptown Shaggy and Sean Paul way. When you know to cool it down and when you know to step it up and all of them things. They like overseas base. You understand? So I think that's why most of my viewers are very interested to hear what you guys say.
Full respect. Continue to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Variety is indeed the spice of life. Ryan, I just wanted to be clear. I think the Jamaican Reggae Girls' strength is at the moment their defense. They did encounter that 5-0 drubbing where they didn't really perform to their optimum, in my opinion. But I think their strength with the Swabies, with the Sinatara Murrays in defense, and of course Rebecca Spencer in goal, I think that's a strength. The midfield area is somewhere, the area where sometimes and it's happened with the Reggae Boyz as well, where sometimes we've had a cavernous description of that midfield area where opponents are just pouring or walking through the midfield. So having that combative presence and having people such as Drew Spence, who is, as we said, good on the ball, good off the ball, makes her presence felt verbally and physically, psychologically as well. I think that's important. I think sometimes we don't offer enough of an attacking threat that we could do. And that involves linking up the midfielders, linking up our defenders who are offering hopefully some attacking options, which is what Canada do very well. So sometimes I think that we undercook our offensive maneuvers. Bunny Shaw, for example, in my opinion, is one of the world's best strikers, and certainly in terms of capabilities, she's right up there. She's got so much more to give, and she's a wonderful hold-up player, strong in the air, strong on the ground. But it would be great if she received more service, more quality service in the right areas instead of coming deep and then blunting the Reggae Girls attack. But I heard something about the Mexican team from a reputable source who said, and I didn't know this, and it made me smile, the Mexican coach apparently is compared, excuse me, compared to the said man, Ryan, compared to the said man, the former Reggae Boyz coach. And I was shocked that in the group of death, Mexico played 3 and lost 3 games. Apparently the coach is not of the highest order and was not necessarily playing what could be described as their strongest players in their best position and encouraging them to express themselves as you, Ryan, were describing Drew Spence should be played and nurtured and cared for. So that was a bit of an eye-opener. Mr. Anderson, were you surprised at the non-performance of the Mexican senior team? I certainly was. I rated the Mexican under 20s much more highly. I loved how they played. So it was a real surprise to me as an armchair fan to see the relatively poor performance of the Mexican. Speak, sir, your thoughts.
So with the growth of the Liga MX Femenil, I thought that Mexico and how good the U20s played at the U20 championship earlier this year, I thought that the Mexican team would be a lot stronger. I thought they'd be a lot harder to get out. I was still backing USA and Jamaica to get out of the group in this Concacaf W championship, but I thought Mexico would at least get that third place and go to the Intercontinental playoff. I had very high hopes for Mexico. I thought they were at least better than Haiti, but it'd be very close for that third and second spot because of the growth of the Liga MX Femenil and the way the U20s performed. I thought it'd be closer. I was actually shocked with how bad La Selección Femenina performed in this tournament. I was absolutely shocked. I knew Jamaica. I thought they were the favorite for the second spot. I like Jamaica. I had a lot of hope in them as well. And I thought it'd be US Jamaica. And I thought it'd be close between Jamaica and Mexico for that second spot in between the second automatic in that group and the playoff. But Haiti being third, I did not expect that one bit.
They performed highly creditably. I think they did the Haitian public, their friends and family extremely proudly. I think they conducted themselves really well and were unfortunate to a degree to not make the top two, but Jamaicans played a wonderful game, I must say, against them, and they left it on the pitch. The Haitians left it on the pitch. You can't ask for anything more than that. Ryan, both Ryans, this is something that is the proverbial elephant in the room. Can we address it squarely? I, as a Jamaican Reggae Boyz and Reggae Girls fan, have been embarrassed time upon time at the lack of preparation for both our senior teams. Ryan LFC, Ryan Anderson, can you please make it crystal clear just how important preparation is? These Reggae Girls prepared with scrimmage. Yeah, when we say scrimmage games, when we knew that our fellow hosts and fellow rivals were playing proper warm-up games against viable opponents. Can you please state how important preparation is and what other difficulties are they unique to Jamaica, Ryan LFC? Is preparation particularly difficult when it comes to Jamaica because of where it is logistically, geographically? Ryan Anderson, can you explain and tell us just how important and how central preparation is to the Canadian women's and maybe men's team?
So when it comes to preparation, the teams, the way Canada plays, they have a very team-oriented style in both men's and women's football. As you could tell, the men and women's players are very arm in arm with each other when it comes to the CSA, CBA situation that happened back in June after the World Cup qualification. Both teams have a team-oriented style, and it goes down from senior team down to youth levels because they want to have this creation of players and growth of players to usually or whenever they are to move up. So the preparation of these teams is to help these younger players get acclimated to the main team, to help the players that are as good, to keep them understanding the system when they play these teams that are in bigger games. Because when you watch a team like Canada, the coach has their thoughts, they have their system, they have their ways. Bev Priestman has 100% buy-in from her players, and John Herdman has 100% buy-in from his players. And the reason these systems work is because they're all understanding of what needs to be done, because they play teams before these tournaments start and they say, okay, so here's what didn't work against Curacao or a Qatar or Uruguay, so on and so forth. You have to look at what didn't work and what has worked. And what has worked, they keep on doing, and they understand this is what we have to do to play these teams. And once you play more teams outside of your confederation or inside of your confederation to prepare for these tournaments or prepare for these qualifiers, it makes your team better for knowing what they are supposed to do and what system they are to play to go further and be stronger in this qualifier or a tournament. So preparation is a very needed situation, and you can't just be playing scrimmages. You have to set up friendlies. You have to figure out what teams are closest to the teams that you are playing in a given tournament to help you see, does this work against this system when we're playing a certain team in a bigger tournament? So you have to be a lot better preparedness-wise to succeed in a tournament. And it's a testament to the Reggae Girls, the fact that their preparation wasn't great, but they are still top 3. I would say the 3rd best team in Concacaf in women's football right now. And they were able to be pretty dominant throughout this Concacaf W championship.
Ryan.
Listen, I keep on saying it over and over and over. Hit the like button, people. Come on, man. Have to do better, man. Hit the like button, people. Come on, people. Get the video to 150 likes. Easy, man. We have almost over 200 of you guys in the chat. Come on, people. Hit the like button. Listen.
It's easily done, you know, Ryan. It's easily done. Sometimes I find myself, I don't know if you guys been in a situation, you're watching a show, you've joined it, immediately joined, logged on, watching the fourth show, enjoying the show, kick back and enjoy the show. And what have you forgotten to do?
Like the video.
I always hit the like button.
The like button. I've been there and I'm trying to learn, and I just do it automatically now. And it's easily done. So please, you're sitting there enjoying the show, reasoning, holding a reason with someone else, holding a drink, and you've not hit the like. The thumbs button is there. Take your time, get the cursor, hit the like button. It spreads the visibility of the video.
Let's give them 5 seconds. Hit the like button.
Respect. I'm gonna say respect.
I've grown
because you're
up.
part of the show. You're part of the show. Full respect. Go ahead, Ryan.
I've grown up with YouTube, so it's easy for me to hit the like button.
Yeah, and for me, I don't know, because just through a YouTuber, we know how important it is. So once I click on anything, I don't have to like the conversation. I don't know. But once I click on it and the ads, I hit the like button. And then I go into the show. You understand? Because I know how important it is to hit the like button. You understand? So people over on Facebook like it up and thing. Yeah, preparation. We have been saying this for years now. What affect the Jamaican team? Whether it's going to be the under 15, the under 17, the senior team, the senior girls. Preparation is key. And my coach always tell me the best time for us to learn and understand the football are when you have preseason and when you have practice game in the summer to play the Manning Cup game. Are you playing the Premier League? Are you playing the under 21? So I don't know what happened with the Jamaican national team, but it seems like one of the things will beat us, right? I don't think we're putting the money in the right place. I don't think we're spending the money correctly. And the Football Federation have a big problem with that. Because when you look at it still, we cannot invite a team to come and play at Jamaica. I don't know if you know. When we invite a team to Jamaica, right, we have to pay them hotel where they stay. We have to pay them plane ticket. We have to pay them money to pay them players and stuff. And how much them going to charge the Jamaican team to play a practice game. So if you notice, most of the time is Jamaica going to play a practice game. Team always invite us. And one of the things why we're not getting enough practice game, we're not balling out. We're not making the game difficult for the opponents. Just like the other day, we were supposed to play Uruguay. And Uruguay said, listen, if you guys going to play, if we're not playing in the A team, we're not playing the friendly. right? Because they know if the Jamaica come with a local B team, it's going to be a walk in the park. Team looking, Richard, my coach always tell me, him not just play practice match for just play practice match for sake. He play practice match for see the weakness, the strength, what we need to work on. And for Jamaica, and this is the reason why, when they go abroad, go play like the United States, what United States are learn playing against Jamaica, what they need to improve. They probably call you every now and then. But Jamaica, I think, every international break, Richard, whether it be females or men, every international break, I could against a team from Trinidad or Barbados. We have to start to get comfortable playing more practice game. The more the girls them play together, get together in camp, it's better for the team. So preparation is key, but the Football Federation don't understand that. Listen, Richard, these man over the years not spending the money properly. It's not saying, them always say, it's not how much you get, or how much you save for the rating year and how much the budget, all of them things the way you spend. I think the Football Federation have a problem spending the money the proper way and the proper thing. And that's why we don't have a lot of practice game. And it cannot continue because we are right now in third in Concacaf. I guarantee you, Mexico, them have a lot of money. Honduras, them have a lot of money. Panama, them have a lot of money. Costa Rica, them have a lot of money. They're going to put money in their program. We cannot continue, we're doing good, and we just believe that, it's going to stay. This team going to catch up on us, just like right now, Richard. Europe are catch up with the United States and Canada, because USA and Canada has been far apart, and the rest of the team playing catch up. No Europe, no club start to take it serious and say, listen, let us put some money in the females thing. You see the Super League for the females? That's massive, a lot of money, competitive game. Jamaica need to start to play more game. We cannot, sometime for the year, we're not playing a practice game. If a team not sorry for you and give you a lot of money, we not play a practice game. It can't continue. The federation need to start to sell merchandise, can get a lot of different revenue, and corporate Jamaica need to come on board. But corporate now go come on board to give these man the money and they know it not going to do properly. And that's one of the problem. Because we need to start invited team. It's not many team I invite we. When 98 Captain Horace Burrell 98 and the previous coach Rennie Simons, every international break, go check it if you think I lie, me I tell. Them play practice game. That one of the thing Rennie Simons said to Captain Horace Burrell. Can you guarantee me every international break? It could have been Barbados or Trinidad. You just want to play. The more you play, the better for the team. We can't expect we not play kick the ball for 6 months and expect the girls them to come with wonders. We need to get up to speed, and if we not go up to speed, we're going to serious trouble. So preparation is key. London is a need practice game. We going to our back-to-back World Cup, money for kill. I speak to somebody from the JFF today, Richard, and them say, Ryan, money going to come in between this year. Next year, FIFA election is coming up, and FIFA are going to dash money all over the place, and Jamaican football are going to get a whole heap of money. I hope the man them nobody put it in them pocket and put back. One thing, we can say, Richard, when you look at overseas, you don't think enough of them government attack, but them have a conscience. Them doing said way. Them take, but them do. You understand? Jamaica not do nothing. Jamaica not do nothing when it come on to for the JFF. Them man just a pocket everything, brother. Same so it go. Not Richard said, not Ryan Henderson. It's Ryan LFC.
The thing about the JFF is they just love pocketing the money that they get. They don't use it for anything but their own enrichment. Like, they put out enough just to say, hey, here's a budget, and then move on. And that's the bad thing about the situation. The JFF is wholly corrupt, and that's the problem. These teams are doing better and growing in spite of what the JFF is doing. The women's team is the third best team in CONCACAF in spite of the JFF being wholly corrupt. The Reggae Boyz are definitely on the way of at least making 2026. I have a feeling with the way they played in the Nations League, the Reggae Boyz will be going to 2026, hopefully automatically through CONCACAF qualifiers. But that's going to be in spite of what the JFF is doing, unless there's a absolute mutiny before then. The JFF, there's success in spite of the JFF, and I think that's completely obvious.
That's by common consent the way of things, Ryan. Sad to say, but you're pretty much spot on in spite of things, which is why I think the Reggae Girls are so beloved and endeared in the hearts of the Jamaican public, and clearly the public outside of Jamaica. So it's really sobering and respectful to hear you speak about what they've been through, the journey they've been through, and so many people buy into the Reggae Girls because of the ups and downs they've been through. They've been so professional on the whole, tried to keep their any dirty laundry in-house, and they've just performed. One of the refreshing things about the Reggae Girls is the way that they have conducted themselves on the pitch. The diaspora, the whole thing, out of many, one people. The way that Rebecca Spencer, Spurs, England, she dons the jersey, she's playing for Jamaica. Drew Spence, likewise. Satara Murray, American accent, Jamaican heritage, she's there. On the Bunny Shaw, did it. Everyone who's there is performing and has one thing on their mind, which is to give their all for the cause. And that is something that it resonates so consciously and probably unconsciously with many fans all over the world. I'm looking at the time and it looks like, have you got visual? I'm gonna join the YouTube Concacaf now to pick up the live coverage. Have you got visual on where you are, Ryan?
Yeah.
They're walking towards the center circle, so match is about to kick off.
Well, we are the eyes and ears, I like to say, when it comes to watch-alongs. For those who aren't watching, I'm going to be joining good lady Crystal Davis and Talawa down the line. But if you don't mind, I would like to watch most of this first half, certainly the opening salvos with you. Would that be okay?
Yeah, for sure.
Respect. All right, take it through. I'm just going to get visual.
All right. Jamaica about to kick off. McCoy over the ball. First whistle has been blown. Here we go. Jamaica in the yellow, Canada in the red for the second final spot. Here we go. And the second half of football.
I'm Casey White.
Here we go.
This evening for this wonderful matchup between two great nations. Canada in the red, going from left to right, and Jamaica
30 seconds.
Yellow. Kids going from right to left. Quinn takes over in midfield. They find a good pass to Scott.
Somebody needs to.
Come on, Jamaica. Can beat them.
On the ball defensively. 42 seconds in. Passes back to Spencer.
Can beat them, Jamaica.
Gets a touch to Rebecca.
Nice.
Jamaica attempts to.
That's a throw in though.
Under the pressure from
good press. Good press.
The initial tackle from Nichelle Prince, and that'll be a throw in deep in Jamaica's end. The last time these two teams met was in February of 2020 in all meetings. It was a 9-0 win to Canada. So an offensive outpouring of goals for Canada.
There.
That matchup.
Come on, Jamaica.
Janine Becky, who had a hat trick in that
back
alongside 5 goals. Jordan Heidema, who's on the bench. So
Prince,
great options.
Throw in for Reggae Girls.
Well,
we're watching on Ryan.
I got CBS Sports Network.
Okay, fair enough. I'm watching on the Concacaf YouTube channel. So, people, if you want the link, link me up on Instagram, people. Come on.
Out of the 23 were part of that gold medal winning.
Plays forward. Nice. Fleming. No.
Jill finds Buchanan's feet.
$2.10 for me.
Foul drawn by McCoy. And get a look at Lauren Donaldson,
Plays
the
back.
head of Jamaica.
A little bit ahead, hey?
I like how we're passing around the ball door. Jamaica look comfortable.
Yep. It's a very tight game so far. Very tight game so far.
As both players asking for
Come on, Reggae
to
Girls.
see what direction it goes. It goes the way of Jamaica, and it'll play quickly. And again, another throw in Jamaica's way.
See. Plays forward. That's a throw in for Reggae Girls. Once again.
What time exactly have you got, Ryan Anderson? I've got 2:54 now.
Minutes.
I have 2:54.
3 flat.
Okay, we're about 3 seconds behind you, Mr. Anderson. No problem.
I got it on TV, so
Murray, but Swaby there.
I have 2:54, so yeah.
Jamaica in possession.
Come on, Jamaica.
Come
Let's
on.
keep it going.
Canada's pressing hard as well, but it just doesn't.
Over and dispossessed again.
Jamaica looks like they're the better team so far. I have to say. Desiree Scott back to Sheridan. Kaylin Sheridan playing well in the stead of
From Desiree
Stephanie
Scott,
Labe.
that will take over possession through the feet of Sheridan.
Like the start, Jamaica.
Diego Wave and just currently went there in her third start for Canada in this qualifying campaign.
This player is one of my favorite players for Canada. Have you got the name, the number 15?
Prince.
The foul's
Is that
called.
Prince?
Yep.
She. Oh, I think there's another lady, but Prince. She may be one. There's another girl. I'm sure. There's another lady that I've. Let's see if I get the name. Well, there's the number 12. There is. Is that Hyla?
And Jada Hilton.
Is that Jada Polita? Yeah, that's Jada. Jada Hilton.
And is going to take a seat in the 5th minute.
Yeah.
Jada. Jada's down the right back.
Look at
The
what
right back for Jamaica.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Ooh.
Oh
my
I'd
God.
say that's
Sprained the ankle. She sprained it. Is it the left ankle? She's kind of rolled it.
So.
She may be okay, but she needs time. That would look nasty on the slow-mo.
I think that's yellow card worthy.
this would certainly be
I have to be honest.
Having to use a substitution this early.
Did the player actually? I was just looking at when the ankle rolled. Was it actually a tackle that actually brought that on?
I think there was a push that kind of the momentum led to it. I wouldn't say here we go. Prince puts her leg in. No, she pulled back. So it was just
take a look.
Falling down. But there was a push.
Very strange.
Come on, Jamaica. She running, man. She look better. She look good. Happy.
That's probably the adrenaline kicking in. 6 minute.
Come on, Jamaica. Bonnie Shaw is on the bench, guys. She on the bench. Coach, try something new.
I would definitely hope. If Jamaica, I would hope for their sake that Shaw comes on in the second half. If they could keep it 0-0 till Shaw comes on, this could easily go Jamaica's way. Canada has to get a goal before the half. Probably around. I'll give it to like the 60th minute.
And that to Ryan, if Jamaica can not make Canada scoring at the first 30 minutes, we have a great chance to win this one. Because the longer you make Canada don't score,
the harder it is for them to score. But I will say, if Canada doesn't score before the half and they bring on Bunny Shaw, I think it's Jamaica's game.
Yeah, fresh.
Because Bunny Shaw in the second half against the Canadian defense, a fresh striker, even though Vanessa Gilles and Buchanan are a very good tandem, I have to say I like Bunny Shaw in that situation better. Riviere crosses into the box over the goal.
A little ball to Riviere.
Not bad, but
quality.
I like Blackwood in Ryan. Blackwood that playing for Jamaica left back. She never have a pretty well a good game against USA, but she looked like she up for it.
Yeah. I think Blackwood is a very talented outside back, defending wise and offensive wise. I like the way Blackwood plays. I really do. I think she's a very talented player.
Who just took over right at the beginning of June in 2022.
Come on, Jamaica. Let's beat up Canada, man.
Underneath Hugh Menzies.
Flobby, the captain, plays forward.
Yeah.
I like Jamaica, honestly, so far. I'd say elite at worst for Canada 50-50. Or at best.
I like how we pass in the ball, man. We pass in the football, man, Richard.
Real talk.
I have to say, I think Jamaica has slightly been the better team so far.
Somewhat by Buchanan.
Quinn, Sinclair, Fleming,
continues to
come on.
Possession back, Solange.
You can see that the Reggae Girls playing with a lot more freedom. They're not worried. They look more confident. They're willing to.
That falls the other way to Ashley Lawrence. Ashley Lawrence plays it in. Prince crosses into the box, but Sinclair taps it out, but it gets saved by Spencer.
Has a lot of space. The left foot lets her down. Jesse Fleming.
So close.
Well done. Well done. Well done, Jamaica. Well done.
Yeah, man. Smother the threat ultimately.
Good night, Georgia girl. How are you doing? Good to see you, man. I'm fighting it, Georgia girl. I'm fighting it, man. You have to work hard, Georgia girl, man. Sometimes you have to feel a little bit of pain, man.
Concacaf after dark.
She's crying, man.
Yeah, I think Hilton's done. Sadly.
Ooh,
you don't like to see it. I think she's done.
Calling for a stretcher.
She's done. They're going to have to make their sub.
Wow.
In this high octane kind of game, in this important game, yeah, if you can't run it off, let's see. And you know if she could run it off, she wouldn't come off the pitch. So you know it must be something serious.
Swabby.
And this was her first appearance in this group as well as a starter.
Damn.
So that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, that's hard
for her. That's really unfortunate for her because she must have been looking for a replay. Ooh,
injured and just wasn't able to recover.
That's a tough call, but she's able replacement. Swaby, Chantal Swaby.
Both Swabies are on the left side.
On the right side with their older
right side of the pitch.
Come on, Jamaica. Let's keep it going.
Canada going forward. I wonder if
from Monterrey, Mexico,
the altitude's going to take over later in the match.
W Championship. I'm Casey White.
I hope not.
Join me.
It's Concacaf, and you know how it is in Mexico. Like, they should be used to it because this is the fourth match, but
sure to be an entertaining one.
10:30, 0-0.
First 10 minutes and change has been entertaining.
Number 2, solid man.
Like they can create
solid.
Forward, perhaps more of the possession going.
Plays forward. Oh, Fleming.
Field.
Plays forward here.
Enjoying the ball at certain intervals. This
Becky.
It's a poor clearance by Rebecca Spencer there.
That's
Spring Becky, but good recovery from Denisha Blackwood.
Blackwood is a talented player.
Yeah, I like her. Me and I went to school together.
Really?
Yeah. Play with Jim Ball in evening time, bro. She rough. Long time she rough.
A long time she respect. There's a picture of Jada Hilton, and she's still in tears. It's a tough one, but this is a very tightly knit Reggae Girls group. So anyone who's
by Canada header falls down to the top of the box. Desiree Scott.
Dangerous from these
back to Becky.
There it is.
Cross in. Headed away.
Yeah.
Falls back to Desiree.
Richard.
Top of the box.
Yes, sir.
Listen, you see this Reggae Girls team, man. Everybody want to perform and to be in the team, man. It's competitive, it's very hard for females. So if you're not pulling up your socks, you're going to get dropped out. And that's why you see that females crying. They want, when they get them opportunity, they want to grab it with both hands. You understand?
Yep.
I hear you loud and clear. Ryan, could I put it to you that we may have touched on this before? Do you think there's a case of excessive egos? It might be a Jamaican thing. It may be a male thing. But sometimes with the Reggae Boys, I get the impression that when new players come into the squad and are seeking to bed themselves into the squad, there's a feeling that maybe some people feel their first place starting slot is under threat. And as a result, that doesn't aid the bonding of the team. Would that be fair?
So. I would say so.
There's a chance. Ooh, slip through. A nice ball slip through. Just failed to
picked it up.
I mean, that was right in the heart of the penalty area, you know. If she'd taken that ball on, that would have been a straight shot on goal, 1-on-1 to the keeper.
Canada right back the other way. Lawrence to Sinclair. Crossing. That's out for a throw for Canada.
To Canada, the slight edge over Jamaica.
Come on, Jamaica. Wake up, man.
13th minute.
Come on, Jamaica. Can get it done.
Plays forward.
Who's the number 10, Ryan Anderson? Who's the number 10 for Canada?
Number 10 is Ashley Lawrence.
That's the one. That's the one. I've got visual. Lawrence. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Rate that player.
Very good player.
And yes, Lawrence. Ratings. Full ratings. Yeah, man.
Debut in 2019.
14th minute.
They just secured
Janine Becky.
2 in a row.
On the board.
23.
Still
Finishing
finding a pass there for Quinn.
Come on, Jamaica. Let's keep it going.
Debut. And now
Prince.
Excited
Prince
heading back, but now
runs into the box. Cross.
For
blocked away.
Chip game, but
still Prince.
Wow. Prince.
Horrible cross.
To the right, plays a dangerous ball.
With
Ryan LFC. When it comes to football, how important was it for you as a player, and when you're watching your beloved Liverpool and other teams, how important is it to stop or attempt to put pressure on somebody trying to cross the ball into the penalty area? Are you a keen advocate of that, or do you mind saying, well, all right, somebody get the cross into the box, but that's where our defenders in the box need to be first to the ball? I'm a big advocate of, if you possibly can, pressure, hustle somebody to make it not easy for them to just look up, take them time, and then put a dangerous ball into the box, because that can lead to serious trouble. Or you flex when you come to football, sir?
Listen, if some of these reggae boys playing for Liebert Alleman, one of the top coach in Jamaica, listen, them in the right lines to them and soar. You the right lines, 10,000 line, and you have to get that. If you get it tonight, 3 o'clock tomorrow Jamaican time, before training start, you have to come with that. Listen, he would have said, why not pressure the ball? Why not pressure the ball? And the problem we have with the Jamaican team and the female team, when we supposed to close down the space, stop the square from coming inside the box, mark space, pick up marking people, we don't do that well. So if you realize that it's a nation thing, we switch off. We allow our wing back, allow our left back and our wing back, allow the opponent winger to square the ball inside the box. We always have players inside the box to defend the ball properly, but guess what? We don't mark properly, meaning you have 1 Canada player in the box and you have 4 Jamaican players surrounding the Canada player, but yet still the Jamaican defense outnumber the attacker, but yet still the attacker only 1 in the box score, you know? Only 1. You have 4 against 1. So here what we do, we ball watch. We need to stop the square from coming inside the box. Pick up the man, pick up the person, the center forward, cover the space, close the angle. That you don't have nowhere to go. We always a mark one another. And it has been happening in the World Cup qualifiers. So I'm telling you, man, we have to go more switch on, bro. And we need to put pressure. We don't put pressure enough. We allow the team to square the ball. So we have to I wonder if the video analyst is doing a good job, because we keep on make the team square the ball and we're not confront there. You understand?
The thing with Jamaica's marking in the defensive end on corners and free kicks, and this goes for both sides, is I don't think the marking defensively when it comes to Jamaica is actually very good. I don't think they don't really care about marking. They haven't really been tight when they mark a player. I've never really seen Jamaica on set pieces or corners or crosses be very tough. I've never seen it when it comes to the
What's
men's
going on here?
side of football.
I see goal. What's going on? I see goal.
Gio going forward.
To who?
It is Lawrence. Ashley Lawrence down the pitch. Crosses the ball in. Chops it. Fleming! Goal! Heads it in. 1-0 Canada. Fleming off the cross, and there we go. That's exactly what Fleming with an easy header. Absolutely horrible defending in the 18th minute by Jamaica. Fleming with a great header off that cross by Ashley Lawrence. It bounces right where it needs to be, and Jesse Fleming gets the header and scores the goal for Canada to open the scoring.
We were talking about Lawrence.
Ashley Lawrence down the left-hand side. Crosses it up, a little bit of a deflection, and it's right on to Jesse Fleming's head, past both Swabies, and just heads it in close range. 1-0 Canada.
I think that deflection came off Chantel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I think it was Trudy was hustling, and it took a very handy deflection. And Lawrence was the player that I had mentioned moments ago. She is a marauding player down that left-hand side. And though it took a fortuitous deflection, she was in the right position, the right place to get the crossing, came in, and we were just talking about it. The Jamaican Reggae Girls did attempt to stop the cross coming in, unsuccessful, and an excellent header by Fleming, who was first to the header and made no mistake. Arguably in football, I don't know what you think, right, Ryan A, but we were talking about defense being some of the hardest thing, one of the hardest things skills-wise to do in football. To my mind, I've always been of the opinion that scoring goals is arguably the hardest thing to do in football. That's why these strikers are paid and forwards are paid the big bucks. And when you see a goal that you think is open, when you think it's just a one-on-one keeper to beat, when you think you're inside the penalty area, you just have a defender to beat, and then you can find the right or left side of the goal. It's not as easy as we may make out. From an armchair point of view, we've played football before in the school, in the parks, and scoring a goal when you go, just playing for your school team against opposition, you'll be surprised how difficult it is, as Canada are raging and attacking again down the right-hand side this time. And I just hope that the Reggae Girls hold their composure. My goodness me.
That's a horrible tackle by McCoy.
Ooh,
that's a yellow card.
Should be a card. Should be a card.
That should be a yellow. But for me, the way
getting a warning, that's good. That's good refereeing. That's good refereeing, because a very combative game there. It wasn't necessarily malicious. It was a little late. And I think a good warning, don't do that again, because she would get a card. She deliberately stopped the player, and that could have been a yellow card. I think the referees played some good advantage. It's a good game.
The referee is trying to hold the match in check, but not go too far. So I respect that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to defense and offense and which side is harder,
go ahead.
I would say I agree with offense being a harder situation, because if anybody could easily score a goal getting past a defender and then just shoot and score, anybody could do it. There's a reason forwards get paid the big bucks. Playing defense is hard, I have to say, and you have to be a certain body type. If you're in the male side of football, you have to be tall. And if you're any footballer who plays defense, just has to be really tough, I think, as well, especially center back. But when you look at the football that a defender plays, as long as you have composure, you're tough, you have a good decision-making system, and you can figure out how to play that defense and put together being careful but being tough with good decision-making, you're pretty much golden. I would think. When it comes to offense, it's a lot tougher because you have to make the situation work for you. And you have to make sure the situation, you score the goal or you put the possession forward. It's a lot harder to play offense than defense, I would say. There's a lot more that could go wrong offensively that could turn you into a flop, I would say, than defensively. If you haven't settled down, it's also hard to play defense, but if you haven't settled down, you haven't figured out when it comes to the decision-making and all that, I think it's a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, being a striker, being a forward, sometimes it's split decisions. You know, what are you going to do? So I think we can both agree. Viewers and subscribers, you've not missed anything by way of play. The play was halted as the Canadian player Pierre was receiving attention on the ground following a late tackle by McCoy. No card was shown. I suspect at this stage, I think McCoy looks like she's a very technically a gifted type player. In terms of speed, I don't think that they... Oh, hello! Oh!
Oof.
There's still a chance for Jamaica. Go on! Oh, he truly
That was a bad giveaway by Sheridan. Luckily, that's a goal kick. Well, I don't know what Sheridan was doing there. I have absolutely no idea. Just put it straight forward. That is the worst. Oh, boy.
Replay again. Look at that.
Oh,
she tried to play it back, but that was risky. I tell you, it was.
Now, goalkeeper. Now, that's a hard position to play as well.
You snooze and you lose. You can make 5, 6, 7 world-class saves. You make one.
And then they kick it off your foot. You give up a howler.
Like, you're the bad guy.
I would say when it comes to hardest positions to play in football, being a forward, then being a goalkeeper, then being a defender. And midfield kind of goes with defender. Shot. Cleared away. Good shot there by Quinn. Canada looks like they're more likely to get the second, I would say.
I agree. Unless, as we saw, there's a mistake in the Canadian defense and they snooze. I mean, that defender deliberately attempted to play the ball back, but that decision to do so was a little risky. As you saw, the keeper was trying to had to hustle to get that ball away, and it fell to Trudy Carter about 10 yards, 15 yards outside the penalty area. She attempted a drive chip, but went wide.
That could have easily became a goal if that was a better curled shot. I would say 25th minute, 1-0.
Ryan LFC, you're about. What do you make of the game so far, sir? You're mute.
Difficult start for the Reggae Girls. I don't think we play bad, but we lack that sharpness up top. You know what I mean? We try to stay behind the ball. I hate when we play like that because I think we're better than that, you know. But I think early time, if we can stop Canada from scoring the next one, I still think we have a chance. We have Bonnie Shaw can come off the bench. Anything can happen. But this Canada team don't score a lot of goals. So if we can don't allow them to score, I think we will be fine.
Clearance there by Blackwood. Puts it out for a corner, but that was a bit tough.
How would you describe that?
You want that better. You want that better. Here's a corner coming up.
It's one of those clearances over your own bar kind of situation there, which can be fraught.
Tough situation with
26 minutes.
Does well just to get it
by
out of
any means necessary. Corner. On the right side of the Jamaican defense, 26 minutes plays.
High corner. Becky with a header. Save. What a save there by Spencer. Good punch. But it's about for another corner, but that's all you really can.
Come on, Jamaica. Let's do better on that, man.
All you really can do, I would say.
Yeah, a looping effort there from the corner.
Gilles almost gets
not powerful.
To it.
I had to get rid of it. It was heading goalwards.
You kind of have to, I would say.
Yeah, it came off. I think that came off Den. I think it came off Den and then ricocheted off the Canadian.
It was kind of like half and half. Another corner headed away by Gilles. And that's out for a throw.
The service. This one's dangerous. Gilles again with the challenge. Murray will clear.
I think that's Satara Murray with the clearance. So I'm not taking any chances on her P's and Q's. Just rudimentary.
I have
puffing the ball out of
defense
for
is
a throw.
playing pretty well. Besides that one
last opportunity
bad
from the
cross, honestly,
it's a good ball.
They're definitely being a tough situation to break down.
The captain.
Lawrence with another cross. Too far.
Women championship.
Sinclair can't get a foot to it. Cleared.
Better in play.
Desiree Scott.
Right. Ball to Sinclair. Left foot. Now it's Fleming. Some desperation. Scott with the right foot.
Beat Halifax 3-0.
Come on, Jamaica. We're better than that, man.
Ryan, I've got to agree with you. At the moment, the way Jamaica are playing, I mean, Canada are a good team. You can see, ball possession wise, you can see the players know their roles on the pitch, defensively, midfield, and the wide areas. They know what they're about. But the Reggae Girls there, just a little bit too much action taking place inside of the penalty box.
Yeah.
And, it just takes one more opportunity. This 1-0 scoreline gives Jamaica a chance, but lacking any teeth up front. Bunny Shaw definitely missed. Kyla McCoy is a technically good player, but we've not seen her threaten. And I don't think the Canadians are threatened unduly by McCoy. If McCoy stayed on for the entire game, they would be more than delighted. Bunny Shaw would bring a whole different dynamic to the game.
McCoy kind of gives me like a false 9 type of vibe in this game.
Yeah.
I think
Good
it's
shout.
more of a false 9 than an actual striker situation, I would think. Considering she has played over this past cycle more of a defensive midfield role.
Right.
She's probably playing more of an 8 as a false 9 as well. So maybe that's why there's not really much tooth to the Jamaican attack with McCoy playing instead of Bunny Shaw so far.
Trying to find Michelle Prince.
Come on, Jamaica. We're better than that, man. And this is what I'm talking and leading up to the build up to the game, Robert, Ryan, and Richard. I just believe that listen, we have nothing to lose to qualify for the World Cup. We still even have a chance if we lose this game. But come on, man, just play a little bit more freedom, man. Have this thing where we play behind it, but I don't like it, man. I think we can do much better, man.
When it comes to the third place match, if that's the way this goes, if this scoreline holds and Jamaica goes to the third place match to play for that Olympic playoff spot against the loser of the final, I think Jamaica is the better team than Costa Rica for that third place match in this tournament. Yeah. But I think they know that third place is they'd be proud of that as well. But the question is that's what they're okay with, I guess. They're more worried about at least they have the position of being at least in the Concacaf Olympic playoff. So as long as they basically have that position, if they get it done in the third place match, I think that's basically what they're worried about, I would think. That's what Jamaica is truly standing on, is that they have a 50-50 shot at that third place to go to the playoff for the Olympics for Paris. And I think they're okay with that, as you could kind of see here, because Canada is a tough task for them. I think they can handle it, and they still have a good position here. It's not completely over. Gilles with a header gets cleared. I say if it's 2-0 before the half for Canada, I'd say it's probably over for Jamaica. If Canada's leading 2-0 at the half. If it's still 1-0, they have a chance to get back in this game and win it. And that also says...
Go ahead.
And that also says, if they get it to 1-1, does that, I think it's straight to penalties, just as it is for most CONCACAF competitions.
Yeah.
In the knockouts. So if they could get it to penalties, who knows what Jamaica will do there. But I will say, I do think Right now, Jamaica still has a chance to get this match back to their side. Ooh.
Does a great job of organizing the
Approaching 32 minutes on the clock. Corners come over. Glanced away by Jamaica. But look at this. A little bit too much space for this player to get the crossover.
Yep.
And this is what I'm talking about there. Plenty of opportunity and time to just get any kind of ball into the box, and relying on that last ditch header inside the heart of the penalty area. And if you just miss the wrong place, it can prove costly. This is a relatively close play. Jody Brown, we've hardly seen Jody. Have you seen Jody Brown in this game so far?
No.
Wow.
Because one of the things what Richard about this Jamaican team, like, I think too much defending, man. We have talent going forward, Richard. And we need to show them up, man. Too many defensive. Look how far Jody Brown is back.
Over Costa Rica.
Come press, man.
Cross in.
You can't play like this, man.
Bad giveaway. Riviere shot off the post.
Now on the right,
rolls off the post.
Initially won by Allison Swaby.
Good grief. Good grief. Right.
Oh my God.
Can you describe that? I didn't describe that. What exactly happened there? A tiddly wings across the
post, and it just
look at this.
On the post, and it falls back to Spencer, and Spencer covers it. Riviere with a shot, then Prince pushes it on, but it just right into the post. But barely pushes it on. It was no power to that.
No power whatsoever. Wow. Wow.
Come on, Jamaica, man. Wake up, man, coach, man. Nothing to lose.
Good thing. I think Murray was the one who got in there on Riviere, which is probably what saved Jamaica there, because if Riviere gets any power on that shot, I think it gets to Prince, and I think it just goes into the far corner. So luckily there, I think Jamaica got lucky with that last second intervention where it was just tapped, and Prince was right there, and it also was just tapped. There was no power to that as well. That was complete. I wouldn't say completely luck, but
Becky taking on two, continuing to go.
Ryan LFC in a game like this, how difficult is it, or how easy is it for a team that is playing maybe a team that's a little bit superior to you? How easy is it to actually take time to control the ball, pass the ball around, and get yourself into the game, including to try to create chances? How easy or difficult is that in reality? Because expectations is something that is on my mind. Do we expect? Oh yeah. Look at that chance. That's what we're talking about.
And they make a well-timed run.
Another cross. Did you see that, Ryan?
The passer.
It's the second
look, not quick enough. See it? Just it up, and that was a really good chance for the Canadian player to be better.
Absolutely. Another quality cross into the box.
Fleming.
Come on, Jamaica, man. Look a bit more confident, look more brave, man.
Saved by Spencer. Becky? Spencer is working overtime tonight. I have to say.
Wow. Let me keep my voice down. Wow.
Really? Besides the one goal, got basically beat on the header. Spencer has been very good.
Hey, Richard, the goalkeeper, yeah, may I tell you, like,
real keeper.
I'm telling you, every time I see her, bro,
proper keeper.
How long me ask TVJ if you give me them little piece of clip there, me Richard.
Cross in.
Remind me of me, man. Oh my God, what a brilliant save, bro.
She's a proper keeper. She's a proper
keeper.
Man. Yeah, man. When you see save like that, you know that. Foot movement, hand movement, position.
Yeah, for a girl goalkeeper, we can flexible, baby. Where she go down on the ground and she come up back fast.
Yeah, man.
I gotta say, good. Jamaica is very good with creating goalkeepers, I have to say.
Yep.
Spencer, Knight, Blake, just on both sides of the sport, they make very good goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Ryan, let me just double check with you again then. Look here, when it comes to passing the ball, I'm always frustrated. Oftentimes I'm frustrated by Jamaica in terms of ball possession. in Jamaica in the leagues, do they watch out? Oh, do they place a lot of emphasis on a team passing a ball around 6, 7, 8 passes?
They do
Are them
it.
afraid? Well, go on.
No, Richard, they do pass the ball and they do it good, but they do it good to fit them size, fit to Jamaica. But example, when Cavaliers are play against the team, them opponents in Concacaf, they find it difficult to keep the football. In a Jamaica,
here they come again.
Slow, man.
Mercy. Is that corner deflection? It's almost attack against defense here at the moment. It's almost attack against defense here. They are into a rhythm at the moment. We need to hold it at 1-0. Yes, King Ryan.
We pass the ball to we build up play. It's too slow and we play, Bridging. Like Jamaican team, they can keep the ball in Jamaica, but when they play against a team, when I allow them to keep the ball, them not can't keep it. And I same thing with the Jamaica national team, brother. I don't know if the coach or the coach set up the team. Everybody will play against, and that's all we play. Seriously, bro. And it's just the facts, man.
Jamaica seems like a team that's more worried about their possession and also the tricks, like the way they move the ball, but not the passing, like sort of like a Brazilian type flair. You know what I'm saying?
Well, be careful when you're comparing it to Brazil, because one of the things that makes Brazil such a dangerous team and an all-round team is that though they have the tricks, they've got the Rafinhas, they've got the Antonys, of course, they've got the Neymar Juniors, they've got the Luca Paquetas. What they also have is a healthy respect for the likes of Casemiro, for the likes of Thiago Silva, and every Jack man that I've just named. They know the value of maintaining possession of the ball. Finding your fellow player is revered, is respected. That is bread and butter, and it makes a lot of difference in a game, because if you give away possession against the better teams, it can cost you. If you hold on to possession, you're making your opponents run, move, think. You're making them try to solve the puzzles and questions that you're putting to them. You give the ball away, they'll be thinking, oh, wait a minute. Thanks very much. We can do something. And if you've got a quality team, they can make you pay. So I think the emphasis on holding on to the ball, knocking it around, it does a lot for your opponents psychologically, because they know these guys are on first names terms with the ball. Yes, sir.
So many of the people them down in the comment section, Richard, you have to interact with the people them for me, because I'm not seeing them comment because I have that thing on my stream.
Okay,
so,
no problem.
So give up to all the people in the comment section. Sorry about that, man.
Full respect. I see Georgia girl is saying we have the best keeper. Listen, ringing endorsement, Georgia. I think that she's definitely up there in CONCACAF, and I think in world football she is one of the leading keepers. She's really acquitting herself extremely well. 40 minutes on the clock, 1-0 only, and I'll tell you what, it's in part down to her. Again.
Kaylin Sheridan is not there yet to where Stephanie LaBay was. I think Kaylin Sheridan has the potential to be a great goalkeeper, but I would agree Spencer is the best goalkeeper in women's football in CONCACAF right now.
Wow,
and
there you go.
Probably up there in world football on the women's side as well.
Richard.
Yes, King.
It's so important the preparation is in camp early enough, quick enough, play practice game, because looking at the Reggae Girls team, when they go forward, they take so long to come back. You understand?
Yeah. I think
they're fit, but they're supposed to, when they go forward, they're supposed to rush come back.
Yeah.
To protect the goal properly. Look when Canada lose the ball. That's how you know a team that they get back so quick. Just look at it. Just take a look a second, Richard, and look at it.
Was there to defend in the 1v1.
I have to
very poor at 1v1 too.
I have to agree. Canada definitely gets back better than Jamaica does. I think Jamaica, They can get forward fast, but they also don't get back quick enough. I think they have more of an offensive mindset, which I guess would fit better in a match like this. But that's going to make you pay the later the match goes. Speaking about Canada versus Jamaica, I'm really looking forward to Waterhouse versus Pacific later this month in the Concacaf League.
Okay. I see Omar Johnson. My goodness me, a little scathing here. Well, the goalkeeper's the only one that's playing the game. We've 10 men on the field. 10 women on the field, and none of them are playing except for the keeper.
I can see that. I think that's a little bit harsh, but I definitely understand where that's coming from. I definitely understand where that's coming from. Because offensively, there's really been no bite from Jamaica. I think that's probably a symptom of what the system they're trying to play. But defensively, besides the one goal they let up, I think they've been good. But the offensive side of the ball, they have no bite. They've had no bite.
Boite in the comment section. The team isn't only sure. You can't overwork one player. You'll get her injury prone. It's a very good point. Over-reliance on one player in any team is not necessarily good. Jamaica Reggae Girls have definitely lacked a punch up front. We've not seen too much of Jodie Brown. Trudy Carter had one impromptu attempt on goal following a poor clearance by the Canadian keeper. 43 minutes on the clock, and I think we can safely say there will be changes made. I think immediately on half
Here's
time.
a run here. Brown going forward, plays it forward, but headed away by Quinn. Back to Brown.
Look at Canada with them sprinting, getting back.
But they're getting back quick. Blackwood plays it back.
But look at the Jamaican team, static.
Yeah, Jamaica didn't get forward fast enough.
We're not moving enough. We left back or right back now. Pull the midfielder, they're not showing up for the ball.
That's exactly it. No options. The ball, the player with the ball looking to see what they can do.
On that break, you want your players to get forward fast. You want your forward line to get forward fast.
There was no one quick enough to keep up and get ahead of Jodie Brown with the ball.
Too much long ball, man. Too much long ball to play, man.
Cross in. Quinn. Clears. Prince. High up for Sinclair. To Fleming. And Fleming runs straight to defender. And that's going to be a foul for Canada. Right at the 45th minute. See how much stoppage time we get.
Ryan,
I think it's about 2 minutes, probably.
2 minutes, you think?
Yeah, maybe 3. I don't think it goes over that.
For the injury to Jada, who was injured a couple of times, that could be
3 minutes.
Closer under 2 to 3. You could be spot on there, Mr. Anderson.
3 minutes.
Ryan LFC, 3 minutes is shown on the board indeed. So spot on. Good observation. Marcus was hailing you up, Ryan. Ryan, your sound improved. You're talking well, bro. I see the growth.
Oh yeah. You need to bring Nani and Maroon in at the place, brother.
Even the qualifier patches are starting to come off the jerseys. Jesus, CONCACAF is low rent.
Oh my.
Like one's folding up. Like, have you noticed during the CONCACAF Champions League, like there's always the Champions League patch and they always like one of them falls off?
Also, I've had a very disciplined shape.
Like you could easily make a drinking game out of that.
Oh my. Hey, you're shooting from the lip and shooting from the hip.
I mean, I gotta speak the truth.
Hey, speak it. Speak. I'm always an advocate of speaking.
Becky going forward. Take the shot.
Asher with the turnover.
Oh, just turn over the ball to this. So. Oh my God, man, Asher.
Maybe still on it.
Bad, but Riviere still with Canada. Keeps possession. The top of the box, headed away. Good defensive play. And it's one player left. And advantage. Still Canada forward. 1:30 halfway through stoppage in this first half, and that's going to bounce.
Look at that.
Depending.
Possession. Giving away.
2 minutes.
Tackle from
And Quinn, I think, is down. Hurt. No. Becky. Janine Becky.
turnover.
Like up the video, people. Like up the video, people. Support the Reggae Girls. They need the 12th man. They need the 12th man here tonight.
Yes, people. Like up the video, people. Hit the subscribe button, people. Come on. We have 200 of you guys in the chat right now, people. Come on. Hit the like button, people.
A lot tougher of a half than I
Each of you guys up and subscribe. What are you waiting on, people? Come on.
From what I saw.
Hit that subscribe button.
First half, I have to say, they should have scored more than one.
Yep.
This should be over, frankly. And it's not. That scares me. I have a feeling in the second half. We left it too open. We left it too open. I have a bad feeling about this.
Who, Canada? For Canada?
I think Canada's left this too open. They should be up 2 or 3-0 right now with the chances they've had.
I hear what you're saying. That's interesting.
I'm giving Jamaica credit. The defensive, the goalkeeping performance has kept Canada down. And defensively, besides the one goal that they already scored, besides
go on.
But that's going to be half. No.
Oh my God.
In that moment there, Jodie Brown was on the right hand side there, and she played a pass. She played a pass into the attacking third, and that's what we want to see more of. I think that's what you were saying, Ryan, at LFC, that we need more of the attacking. Show that more of that side and bring the flavor of Reggae Girls to the game, not just sitting back defending. Let the opposition's defense worry. Hello, they can hurt us.
Yep, I would agree with that.
We will have halftime highlights and stats.
I definitely think there needs to be Shaw definitely needs to come on at the half. If you're Jamaica, you want a 45-minute run of Bunny Shaw.
Oh my God, Richard, I want you hard, man, to know that.
Half time, folks. 1-0 down. I think we've all been absorbed with this contest. I mean, I feel it. The energy levels has been high, and the stakes are high, relatively speaking. All of them, of course, have qualified for the World Cup in 2023 in Australia and New Zealand. But this is a very much a live game, as Ryan Anderson was saying, that this is arguably Canada's toughest game since the Olympics, certainly in this qualifying campaign. Panama, Costa Rica, Trinidad and Tobago, with the greatest respect, were not in the league of Jamaica. And certainly they've been made to work for this 1-0 lead. And that may not be enough if the Reggae Girls can find their attacking and shooting boots. I mean, how many times have we seen the Canadian goalkeeper tested? Rebecca Spencer is again looking like our player of the match. Why? Yep. Because our defense is holding solid, relatively speaking, but it's relative because, as we've alluded to, the Jamaican defense has a tendency out wide to allow crosses to come into the box, and we're backing ourselves to handle those situations, but it doesn't always work out, and that includes shots coming in on goal, and it's Rebecca Spencer to the rescue. It's very fraught by way of a tactical approach. The Americans, arguably the best team in the world, how do they produce a record of no goals conceded in World Cup qualification for near on a decade or more? How do they do that? Possession of the ball, making it hard for the opposition to put pressure on them. Not every team has got the skills and is gifted athletically and technically, IQ-wise, as the Americans. But Jamaica can do what they can do as best as they can. I think there's room for improvement. They know it. We know it. And I tell you what, Mr. Donaldson, his coaching credentials are going to be not called into question, but he's going to have to use his experience, knowledge of the girls, knowledge of the tactics, knowledge of the opponents he's up against, to produce some tactical changes and personnel changes to bring this second half to life, to give Jamaica an opportunity. Because right now, if you don't score, you've lost the game. Yep. There's more to come, but it'll be very interesting how the second half pans out. I'm going to have a sip of Juice Ryan LFC, and I'm gonna make a move and join Crystal to see what's a go on. But listen, I must say, enough love and respect, Ryan LFC. Enough love and respect, Ryan Anderson. It has been a delight, a pleasure linking up with you good people who know your football, and bless up the subscribers out there. We are Ryan.
Take 2 minutes at a time and listen to my halftime talk. All right? Listen.
No problem. A delight. Go ahead. Happy to.
One of the things that Jamaica need to do, and I find it difficult why we cannot keep the football for at least 2 minutes. When you're chasing, keep on chasing. Your legs go as quick as possible. And when your legs go, first thing your brain go and then your legs go. All right? And we're chasing all the time. When we're chasing all the time, even when we hold the ball inside the midfield, no movements. Because guess what? We keep chasing the game, try to come back in a position, and we're not doing it well. You can see that the team, and as we said, very important to get preparation leading up to the tournament. Too many times with team, every Jamaican team coming into a tournament look easily tired. A 45 minute off. And look at the Canadian team. They still stand up like a man, like they're ready to run the next 5 minutes. Because if you're not fit enough, the game going to come where you walk. And if you can't keep the ball in position, and next thing to bro, when we reach into the attack, we not hold on the football. We just turn it over. So it's like a 5 second. We go forward. Okay, we're going to try to kick it long. A Canadian wing it. At no point in time, when we reach into the final third, over the Canada half, we hold on the football. Sometimes you have to hold it. You have to hold it to get back that recovery. You rest when you have position. And that's why teams like Canada and USA can dominate these teams in this region and in the world, because guess what? They want the ball. If you realize when Canada play right now in this 45 minutes, as them lose the ball, they want it back. As they lose it, they want it back. Or you get them to frustrated, you have to learn how to keep that football. I don't know why it is we can't keep the football. It no matter who we play, and it's not even Jamaican thing, a Caribbean thing. The team them in the Caribbean, it's so hard. As bad as thing the El Salvador and the Honduras and these teams, they can keep the football. But in our region, we can't keep the football, and that's why we're going easy tired all the time. You cannot chase for the whole 90 minutes. Burnley them can't do it because them fit. These teams in the Premier League, Crystal Palace, they dream to not have the ball at them feet. Them dream is to fit, to keep running. You understand? Our girls them not going to do that. Our Reggae Boyz them not going to do that. And big up to the Canadian team. I think they play fantastic in the first half. I think if it wasn't for our goalkeeper, it could have easily be by 4 and it would be difficult for the team to come back. You understand? So the Canada team play good. They don't allow us to play the ball. They want the ball every single time we have it. You know what I mean? So Ryan, give us your thought, Richie. Enough love and respect, man. Appreciate you coming and stuff, man. People, hit the like button. Make sure you go over there and subscribe to the boss thing. You know what I mean?
Rich Pro Sports. Bless up. Rich Pro Sports. And hopefully I'm going to be producing some longer videos in addition to the shorts. Ryan, I appreciate your support and respect each and every time. Good content. Keep up the support as the 12th man. I can see Hotul is in the comment section. Stop to turn the ball over without an attack. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, see, you're speaking and you're watching the game. Too much turnover ball. And that is achievable, isn't it, Ryan? It's not asking too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we think when we play against the weaker team, them, I think we have to stop do this one bag of long ball and build up. If you realize the Canadian team, bro, they get good preparation leading up to the World Cup qualify. They play a lot of game. And they keep the ball against small opponents. Even when we play against 80, we still kick the long ball. Or we are going to improve. You have to, mistake going to make, man. And this is why you need the preparation, you need the practice game and all of these things. So when you're passing around the ball from the back and you make the mistake, at least you make sure you make it in the game that it's not really necessary.
I see Ryan Anderson is shaking and nodding his head in agreement.
Ryan,
So
talk to him, man.
we're singing from the same hymn sheet. Ryan, I'm gonna listen to your opening salvos and then make a move. So go ahead, Ryan.
Respect.
So when it comes to this first half, I do definitely think Canada should have easily scored 2 or 3 goals, and this match should be over. But that's credit to Spencer being a strong goalkeeper and playing the best that CONCACAF has right now. And as well as the Jamaican defense, when it comes to crosses, they haven't been great. But when you're playing direct, Jamaican defense has been pretty good, I would say, when Canada was playing direct into the box. But Canada has had the better half by far, I would think. With possession, with chances, with attacking, they should be winning this game by more. And the fact that they're only winning 1-0 kind of scares me with the second half because Bunny Shaw is going to come on the pitch. They're going to bring her on, I would say, for the whole second half. And with that being the case, there's going to be more teeth to Jamaica's attack. I think we've left it a bit too open. I think Canada has left it a bit too open. They were great in the first half, and they were the stronger team. But they've left it a bit too open, and I think that could hurt them in the longer run in the second half unless they just keep playing the way they have. I would hope that things, besides the one change, hopefully the things stay the same for Canada. But Jamaica definitely, I would think, have a better chance once they have more confidence with a better attack in the second half. They have a better chance, and I think we've left it a bit too open. This one should be over already, and it's not. So I'm a little bit afraid of the second half, but we'll see what comes out of it.
If we stick to this game plan, it's not going to help us. Man, we qualify for the World Cup. Just be a little bit more brave, man. You're playing against Canada. We are the fans. All we are asked for to just put in a good performance, put in a solid performance by the girls, and we kind of lay back in this one. We're just defending. And thank God to know that Canada is not a team that's going to blow you out like the United States team. You know what I mean? So we're still in the game. It's still 1-0. We still can work magic. And let us see if the coach made the right decision to make the right change to change the game. Because we need to change the game. We can't play like that the second half. We can't play like that. 45 more minutes. We have a next chance to get a bite at the cherry to get the score equal 1-1 and then take the lead.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're sitting back and you're waiting for the second half, don't just sit on your fingers. Exercise the button. Exercise the digits. Peace and love, yes, sir. Full respect.
Yeah, respect, man. Big up to winning at Tool. Big up yourself. Too much walking on the too much walking on the Jamaican team, man. We're doing too much walking, man. We have to do better on that. But hopefully the girls them can come out second half and give us a better performance. Call we ask for. Just entertain us. Entertain us. We know it's hard. And a lot of people, listen, understand. We don't know what happened to Bonisha, why the coach bench her, but you have to understand. Listen, she's the biggest asset and she play 90 minutes for the last 3 games them. So we qualify for the World Cup. Why risk Bonisha to first she get up injured? So I understand that other players on the team are, and this is where the team lack now. We lack another striker. We lack another striker. We lack another striker because when Bonnie is not playing, it's just not the same. And it's just the facts and it's just the truth. And people have to understand that.
The one thing that shocks me about this game is I thought the Reggae Girls would be a lot more fearless. Because this is house money right now. This is house money right now because if they get to the third place playoff or the third place match, they have a chance to make that Olympic playoff for the Olympic qualification. But if they make the final, they either have the playoff or the automatic spot. For this, they're already in the World Cup. You would think that if they want more, they'd be a bit more fearless. And Jamaica's team has tried to be, to their detriment, a lot more careful in this match. And I think that's not good in this match. I think they've been way too careful with the football they've been playing. And if they want a chance to get further than third place and the Olympic playoff, if they do so win that match, you would think they'd be a bit more fearless and be forward and try to push forward for this match. I'm a little bit shocked I'm honestly a little bit shocked with the performance of Jamaica so far.
Yeah, we just need to just be a little bit more brave. If we be a little bit more brave, I see Canada not scoring a lot of goal. You know what I mean? Be a little bit more brave, and if you can give Bunny Shaw 45 minutes to come and work our magic, because clearly you can see we lack up front. You know what I mean? I always say if Bunny Shaw not scoring assists and without Bunny Shaw up top, and that's what we need to solve. We can't keep on depend on Bunny Shaw right through the time, you know what I mean? So let us see what's going to happen in the second half, man. I want to see the team go down fighting, bro. That's all I want to see. And I'm not asking for much. Just go out there and just put in the performance and make the thing work out. You understand? So
I'd say overall, I think they are going down fighting so far. That may be giving a bit too much respect, though.
Yeah. So if the Black would need to see the bench second half.
No. I think Blackwood's been pretty good.
Yeah, she could be a little bit more better, man. Like the skill
could be better, but
I think she go forward, but she find it difficult to get back.
Like it's kind of like how we saw Javane Brown back during the Mexico game. We knew that was absolutely out of bounds. Like that was not good at all. I think Blackwood has had positives in this match, and there's also been negatives there. But I definitely think there's more positives that outweigh those negatives. So to speak.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So you think you're going to continue to dominate the game in the second half? You think you're going to win, or you want to see the first 10 minutes to see it?
I want to see the first 10 minutes. I want to see what Jamaica's going to do if it's the first 10 minutes and they don't put in Bunny Shaw, I'm going to say, okay, doesn't really matter if Canada dominates those 10 minutes. I think it looks like they are subbing on. Hold on.
Yeah, people have 200 of you guys, man. Come on, people, man. Get the video to 150 likes, people. Like up the show, people. And
Asher is off for premise.
Yeah.
So they've made that sub. I think Gray also came on. So that's the third sub.
A very, very close matchup. Canada
45th minute, and match has been kicked off.
Has had a very
Shaw hasn't been put on yet.
A lot of defensive discipline.
So even if Canada dominates through the first, you would want them for Canada, I'd want them to score by the 60th minute, because I think that's the latest moment that Jamaica, if they still have a 1-0 through the 60th minute, I think that's when Shaw comes on. And that's when I think the move really is.
Yeah, they're very dangerous, man.
So if Canada scores before the 60th minute, I think it's pretty much done and dusted.
That auto bid is
Shaw probably still comes on, but best you could do is get the penalties and see what happens there.
Yeah.
I don't think Canada gets it up like that, though. So
we'll play against
we'll see.
In a playoff.
Let's see. Come on, Reggae Girls, Reggae Boys fans. Smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, people. Come on.
With a goal kick there. Gray for Carter was the other substitution.
This one very far from being over, as Rebecca.
Carter was pretty invisible too, I should say.
The best thing that can happen for Canada is a second goal to provide a little bit of
cross in. Jamaica has an attack here.
Come on, Jamaica, man. Well done.
Good ball into
Still holding on to the ball. Bouncing back a bit. Plays forward.
That's again playing in combination with Spence. Good play.
Spence. Player, man.
Cross.
Yeah, be a little more brave, man.
Oh.
Gray.
Luckily that's not a foul. Luckily that's not.
Jody Brown trips on the ball.
Soft, but
center official Melissa Boras-Pastrana.
Mexico in a Gold Cup, that definitely would have been a penalty.
And with the absence of Bunny Shaw, Jody Brown is definitely
how Concacaf works.
For Jamaica. won the 2021 national championship with Florida State University in the States.
Gray.
5 goals in the qualification round. Yet to score in this final round of qualification, but did get all 4 starts and has 12.
Come on, Jamaica. Let's do something, man.
For her country.
Give us something.
It's going to be a long second half.
Yep.
For both sides. Lawrence still nice cross, but there was better marking there.
Through Ashley Lawrence.
Even though there was only like 2 players. And Fleming doesn't get the ball back or get the pass received. 48th minute.
Good composure from
Knock up people.
Not only the 2 personnel changes at halftime, but Salon for Jamaica has dropped into that 6 role in the holding mid.
See. Quinn plays forward.
Readiness now in the attacking mid role, which Salon occupied in the first half, and Spence playing a little higher as well.
Fleming. Cross in. Headed away. And it's going to fall for Jamaica to get it cleared. Gray.
To get it across. Able to do so. Chantel Swaby misses, but
Swaby
not able to do anything on the backside.
49th minute.
Gray trying to find the feet of McCoy, and she does.
Buchanan.
Lawn tries
to Buchanan.
But not going to get in a foot race with Khadijah Buchanan, and possession will recirculate.
Jill.
Come on, Jamaica, man. Push up the team, man.
Sinclair crosses in. Fleming falls down. Shot scuffed by Becky.
Tied for the first for the race for goal.
Bar.
Ball played into the other one. Fleming and Becky hits that one way over, nowhere near the goal. It'll be a goal kick.
Goal kick for Spencer. That was a waste.
But Sean,
What happened? What are going in Canada with the girls team and the men's team about money?
By the captain from the previous 3 games.
The men's team is agreeing to CBA through the World Cup payments, and they want the women to be paid equally to what the men are being paid, and they want the prize pool to go half or 40% and 40%, half to 80% the team gets. They want 40% of it, of the half, the 80 half to portion to go to Canada or the women's team. And the other 40 go to the men, so they're paid equally through the prize pool, because this is the first chance the women really get to build on from their successes, because the men, of course, get paid better when it comes to World Cup qualification. And the women and men are standing very strong together on this, and the CSA doesn't want that to happen because they're cheap and they want to save some more of the money for their side of things. So the CSA board wants the money to go towards more of the money of the prize money to go towards them. But the men and women teams are holding firm to get paid equally out of that prize pool of the 80% that go to players, 40 and 40. And it seems like it'll probably go their way because the fans are behind the players as well. So it's definitely a argument situation, but it'll be built for it. Oh, Canada's doing a quadruple sub. Adriana Leon coming on for Prince. Hadima for Sinclair. Prince for Leon. Hadima for Sinclair. Alicia Chapman coming on as well. Why are we doing a quadruple sub? Oh, no. For Ashley Lawrence. Alicia Chapman for Ashley Lawrence. And Grosso is on as well. Julia Grosso is on as well. As well for Fleming. Quadruple sub. I don't know if that's the best idea. Last time I saw a quadruple sub. Hopefully, this makes the game better, I would say. So we'll see what happens in the rest of the half. And Leon! Adriana Leon! Save by Spencer. And Adriana Leon's holding the side of her head. This is absolutely... Yeah, it definitely seems like this game is... definitely going to have that turn of 4. I mean, it almost worked out, I'd say. Oh, Adriana Leon sort of... Yeah, I don't see why that was... Yeah. Goal kick, drop ball here. 55th minute of football between both sides. Getting closer to the hour mark, as is seen. See how this goes in the second half. Drop ball for Spencer. '55th minute. Right to Sheridan. Kaylin Sheridan gets to play it on. And here comes Canada. Can they find anything here? Becky plays it back. Gilles. A quadruple sub. I'm still questioning that. Hopefully it doesn't end up being that stupid of a move. Riviere plays back for Buchanan. Quinn plays forward. Desiree Scott back to Kadisha Buchanan. 2 subs remaining for the Reggae Girls. 1 sub remaining for Canada. And here we go. Becky. Heidema. That's going to be a corner. Corner for Janine Becky for Canada. 56 minutes, still 1-0. Here's the corner. 56th minute. 9th corner of the match. After Canada's quadruple sub. Cross in. Header. Headed away. Gilles with a great header, but it was headed away, but it was definitely on target. Heidema. Saved. 57th minute. Canada still knocking at the door. And here's an attack still. Quinn, Grosso. That's got to be a foul. Yep, free kick. Still 1-0, but Canada knocking at the door ever so slightly. With about 30 minutes, 33 minutes left to go, plus stoppage time. Getting closer and closer to the hour mark. Here's a free kick for Becky. On forward. Cross in. Header down, and that'll be a goal kick for Spencer. Jamaica can go forward here. 6 fouls to 4. Jamaica has more fouls in this match, in this semifinal here. And Canada definitely still pressing on, but this could be the moment. This could be the moment. Chapman, Gilles, Riviere, back to Sheridan. The 59th minute. Plays on forward. 59th minute. Spence. Quinn on the ball. Passes it to Becky. Canada holding possession firmly in the midfield. Quinn chips it up. Becky. Contact, but it looks like Jamaica will get the goal kick, free kick there. Think, well, if it was offside, doesn't really matter. The decision still stays the same. 60th minute. You're muted.
Chips.
Come on, my people. Hit the like button for me.
Comes Leon, Adriana Leon, still, and that was a horrible run straight into a tackle, but
Definitely having a great tournament.
60th minute.
Play with Concacaf's best.
61st minute. Canada's definitely still got the possession and dominated the second half so far. Sort of reminds me of the Costa Rica game back in the Olympic qualifiers in 2020 before the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Sort of reminds me of that semifinal so far. 6 shots on goal for Canada, Jamaica 0.
I like how special edition as a Canada can. I wonder if him hit the jackpot tonight, Ryan. I wonder if Jamaica pinch it in the last minute there.
I can see it.
One great full for this year.
I wouldn't be shocked if Bunny Shaw was on around the 60th, 65th, 70th minute and they end up getting the goal at the last minute and it stays 1-0 and it goes to penalties. I wouldn't be shocked.
Edge of a little wide space of their own. Maria Gray will pressure
Fair enough.
Cannon.
I could see it. Be a goal kick there. 62nd minute.
Good out of the back.
One thing we can happy about Canada now
passes in the entire tournament in groups.
Canada now go score no more goal until late, so we still have a chance tonight. Come on.
Yeah. I think that they're definitely Canada is definitely toying with Jamaica, I have to say. I feel like Riviere. Adriana Leon.
Come on, we need a goal.
Throw in. 63rd minute.
A goal for Jamaica will definitely.
And looks like they still will not make the Bunny Shaw sub. They have one left with one window because they made 2 at half.
No 5 sub.
Yeah, it's 5 subs with 3 windows. and the half doesn't count as a window.
Okay.
So the half doesn't count as a window if you make subs there, but if you make a sub
Left-footed shot
anywhere else, that counts as a window of subs you've made.
well with that
So the first sub was the first window. The half was not counted as a window, but there was still 2 subs. And so Jamaica has 2 windows left with 2 subs. So and Canada used 4 subs in 1 window. So
why Concacaf do all of these messy thing about change?
well, I mean, everybody besides the Premier League is still doing it. Plays back to Gilles. Gilles with a long ball. Up the pitch to Leon. Adriana Leon in the 64th minute. Cross in. Alicia Chapman!
Right. Like good.
Runs it. What a running header by Alicia Chapman. That's 2.
Alicia Chapman nowhere in the 64th minute makes
Damn.
to the back post in that early service.
Oh my God.
Just
What a long ball. What a cross.
The outside back.
Perfect run of play.
Jump asleep, bro.
For Canada. For Jamaica, that wasn't a great run of play, but Chapman was onside, runs on just right at the best moment with a header. Absolutely perfect there. Boom.
Chapman just
blazing down Alicia Chapman.
In the back post was just not tight
Spencer
enough.
couldn't even jump.
Opportunity just in case it might dip over the top. And so
Van Zanten's coming on for Jamaica.
Outside back.
You're sleeping, bro.
I guess the quadruple sub paid off.
Yeah.
A substitution.
2 out of 3 of the players.
As Kiki
Because, listen, it's not done yet, you know. We still have 1 more game, you know.
Yeah. We got 3rd place game against Costa Rica.
So, the coach probably resting Bonisha for that game.
Yep. You were at least going to get the 3rd place game, and that still could give you a position. If you win, that still gives you a position in the Olympic playoff against the.
When is that
loser.
Sunday?
What?
When the next that playoff game will play when?
The Olympic playoff is October, November this year, I think.
Fleming, the 64th from Alicia Chapman, the second half substitute.
When the final play?
The final is
final game from Monterrey, Mexico.
It's either Saturday or Sunday.
Make their sub, Kiki
Okay.
Van Zanten, who's now on the ball.
Let me check.
And it took 2 passes.
So after
to
this,
get
no
from the
more
defensive half to
Reggae
the back of the
Girls
net
video to make.
before Alicia
Put up
Chapman
the place.
double lead for
Get some
Canada.
rest.
The final is on Monday.
Oh, Monday the final.
Monday is the 3rd place game's at 6 p.m. The final's at 9 on Monday.
Second
Oh, the 3rd
goal
place
for
game.
Alicia Chapman, her first since 2000.
So Jamaica play Sunday too.
You can see the excitement in her celebration.
No, Monday is the 3rd place in the final. It's on Monday, not. That's a little bit farther out than I expected.
So what Jamaica play?
More accustomed
6 p.m.
to the net.
Central and 6 p.m. Jamaican time on Monday
Forward on the run from Adriana Leon.
against Costa Rica. And if they somehow come back and win this on penalties, they would play at 9 against the USA on Monday.
Okay. So when is the playoff though?
The Olympic playoff is October, November of this year.
So Jamaica get automatically qualify if they beat
Win looks to distribute forward.
If they win the 3rd place game and they beat the runner-up of this tournament in that playoff, they will go to the Olympics
behind the back line
with the winner of the tournament, of this tournament in Paris in 2 years' time.
Ooh, that was a bad tackle. Swaby sister get the heart.
It's a foul.
Oh,
Recent goal scorer Chapman.
You can give both yellow cards.
Take a look at
That was a yellow card, bro. That was a dangerous tackle,
That
bro.
was dangerous.
right.
But Swaby just pulled up as she was sort of sliding in, so you can't really blame Chapman for that.
Yeah,
Swaby kind of did that to herself.
Chantel
That was dangerous on both sides. I'd say a double yellow would be right. That would be me.
Into this one for Hilton Pelea, who suffered an injury in the first minutes of the first half. Now she's down and will need some medical attention. We'll take a look at the goal, how we got to this point. This was the first one from Jessie Fleming, the near post run and the powerful header. And then the
U.S. Sophie Schmidt is coming on for Desiree Scott. That is Canada's 5th substitution.
Scoring her second ever international goal. Both were second half substitutes. As we take a look at Sophie Schmidt coming into the game, she'll replace Desiree Scott. Schmidt scored in the most recent game against Costa Rica, scored the second goal of that game.
And it looks like Jamaica will have to lose their last, or we'll see if they use their last sub.
And manager Bev be thinking a little bit about a management piece. The finals and the third place game not until Monday, July 18th. So a little bit of downtime, but still a lot of games. 5 games in a short time period. And that's some advantage that Canada and the United States have as being able to rest some players throughout the entirety of the tournament just due to their depth.
And they've been used to it because the Olympics were about as quick.
Yep. Jamaica, land we love.
The ability to
Chapman
or to create
and Gilles clears it.
That's something that
Riviere, no, Buchanan.
That they have
Also
created as Kiki Van Zanten does her best to do so.
Get back, man. Get back in position, man.
69th minute.
Canadian girls them very strong, man.
For Jamaica was a member of the under-17 U.S. youth national team.
That second goal makes me feel a lot more comfortable.
Now part of the senior women's national
team. It makes you wonder.
Yep.
Does Donaldson put on Bunny Shaw for the last 20 minutes of this match? Or is he just going to accept that it's a third place matchup?
I think he will just split. If him not bring her on already when it was 1-0, him not bring her on again. In my opinion.
I think Jamaica's accepted what?
From Lyon, but she figures it out. Left-footed ball.
I think they've accepted it.
Tell you what, Blackwood has done extremely well in that outside back position. Canada is known for attacking in those wide spaces and just
plays down.
Crosses, and she's done well in the 1v1. Had a lot of work to do.
Plays for it. Oh.
Solan.
There we go. Oh, bad giveaway, but Sophie Schmidt gets ran over. Jamaica has a chance here.
By Drew Spence to help Kiki Van Zanten. It's 2v2 if Maria
Let's go.
Make
up good
dish. Down the left. She goes right to Kiki Van Zanten in the 1v1.
Becky.
Jesus Christ, bro. Listen, I think guys, I realize why this Jamaican team don't make a lot of changes. I realize, man, some of the players them the team sprint and depth, man. No, I realize that
they don't have the depth that Canada or the USA do.
Yeah, no, I realize. No, I realize that the strength and depth is not there for the Jamaican team.
They got a great first string and a good couple of bench players, but other than that, it's kind of like MLS teams. They have a great first 11, some good bench players, but they don't have the depth unless you're Seattle. But it sort of goes both ways, men and women football for Jamaica. They just don't have the depth. They have the
0 lead is
they have the top 11, but they just don't have the
to their 8th Concacaf
free kick.
Yeah, you think Ravel Morrison got DC United?
That's rumored that Ravel Morrison's going to go to DC United and play with Wayne Rooney. And honestly, I think it may not be the best for the Reggae Boyz, but that may be good for Ravel.
straight ones for the last 4.
I think it's a legit rumor.
Not
More legit than the Lingard thing.
Hosting.
Yeah, because Ravel is a good player. But Ravel have issue going to the United States, you know. So I hope they DC can sort out that.
I think he's making a mistake, just like Wayne Rooney did, honestly. I think Ravel deserves to be in the Premier League. I think he's a good footballer. I think he's talented enough to be in the Premier League for a team like Villa like that.
USA, man.
I think he's talented enough to play for a team like Villa or Everton or Fulham.
Yeah.
And he's not. I don't understand why, frankly.
He's 29, man.
Headed down by Drew Spence, who's done a lot of defensive work.
He's as old as Lorenzo.
And the coach is like Kappa.
Very defensive holding mid.
He's as old as Lorenzo Insigne.
My God.
Crazy.
People them easy, you know. People smash the like button, people.
Like, I do like how MLS is getting players of that caliber around that age. I think it helps. But makes you wonder.
Chapman, Quinn.
No, them are going to pass you on the ball.
75th minute. Oh, not a great pass there. And Jamaica on their way. And they slow it up. That's the thing. Jamaica on the breakaway has just been absolutely slow.
And you see much touch Spence have to take over the ball because they're not moving.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me. Shot, save. It kind of reminds me, I would say, of the Jamaican, the Reggae Boyz midfield as well.
Strike, save, Spencer.
It does.
Spencer.
75th minute. I have to say, even though Jamaica lost, I still think Spencer is woman of the match, player of the match.
Spent 3 years with PSG.
Yeah, at least you're not picking up no 5-hour stuff, man.
OL Reign. No apps so far.
21.
WSL.
Adamo Lacoon coming on.
Able to join
for Jamaica
tournament.
That's their last sub. Yeah, they're throwing in the towel. They've accepted third place. Match.
Prepared for the next moments for Jamaica.
Come on, Jamaica. Give us something for cheer for, man.
15 more minutes to go.
6 minute, a 2-0
15 more minutes. People, we have 6 minutes away from. We have
76 minute long ball. Heads down. There's Chapman once again. Becky crosses into the box. Header, Heidema to Leon. Taps it in to the far post. Adriana Leon, and that's 3 for Canada.
Third goal for Canada. 76-minute goal by Adriana Leon. Talk about a second half substitution, a goal and an assist.
77th minute, Adriana Leon, good cross there by Becky, heads on by Heidema, and Leon
to the game
rolls it in to the
from Becky, put into
tapping 3-0.
Heidema just keeping it alive, getting the assist on that goal. Just
maybe Canada's figured out how to score goals.
Area, and the timing of that finish is so
second best score.
The bounce up catches it perfectly to get it to the far post. And a great finish to make it 3-0 for Canada.
Yeah, we not play like we want it, man. No, make it not too bad. 3-0. 14 minutes to go.
I think the floodgates have opened.
Yeah.
I'm not going. I mean,
goals today coming off of crosses.
Team need a lot of work.
Jamaica has struggled to.
I thought Jamaica has. I'm honestly a little bit. Leon again, save corner.
Crosses and
I honestly, when it comes to
in Canada for Canada, 0 for Jamaica.
Leon goes again, forces a save from Spence.
I am very disappointed by Jamaica the way they've played. I expected better
still get a great opportunity and earn a corner kick.
Yeah, we need more players to compete the
That
Jamaican
last
team.
chance
Two
isn't able
defensive
to get her
one.
hips around it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. We need a striker too. Midfielder.
Backup striker.
So high.
Yeah, man, we need to scout a better striker, man.
This just seems so familiar. Like it's the same. The Reggae Boyz problems seem very similar to the Reggae Girls problems. It's very similar.
Again to Leon, keeping it alive.
At least the women made the World Cup, but probably because it's a more forgiving situation or a more forgiving tournament.
Leon trying to make her way down the flank, not able to do so.
Oh my God, it's 4 guys.
Substitute coming for Jamaica in the 79th minute. Sade Adamalakin is coming into the game for Drew Spence.
What happened to your screen?
Drew Spence had a great role in midfield, doing a lot of work. But Adamalakin can come into that center midfield role as well, or perhaps there will be a personnel change of how that one is sorted. Has been a part of the Jamaican national team since the U17 level, U20 and senior.
Every sub has been made.
15 U.S. youth national team pool, and it looks like Adamalakin will go right into that midfield role.
Seems like the girls them give up.
Yeah, save besides Spencer, it seems like everybody's just accepted that it's
Smith with the ball in behind. Julia Grosso making that late run from midfield. Well defended there.
I still think that Jamaica's still better than Costa Rica for that third place match.
I think so too.
We'll see though. I mean, I saw both, and I still think Costa Rica was easier for the U.S. to beat than Jamaica, but situations, of course. If
Smith takes over in
Spencer
midfield.
didn't stand on her head, it'd probably be 6-0 right now.
Ball in behind, Becky.
Or 7. So
Good positioning from Chantel Swaby, and that'll be cleared out.
I feel a lot more comfortable with Canada's defense. I think maybe or offense. I finally think they may have figured it out. Heidema can't get it forward.
Quinn clipping it into Heidema. It's Heidema. Almost looked in between two thoughts there, whether to leave her feet for a header or to take with her feet. And that one bounces through, but those early crosses definitely have worked well today.
Heidema.
Jamaica, very dangerous, and the Canadians very brave and opportunistic in the penalty area.
Becky, cross
way. Adamalakin dispossessed. Grosso. Becky, early ball. Swaby.
Tiffany Cameron, he pick up an early injury, so they didn't pick her. But she recovery. I think she recovered, but she's not in the team. Listen, if going forward, if Tiffany Cameron fit, we should have her in the team.
Yeah.
Based on what I see here, so some of the player them. I think Tiffany Cameron is better.
82nd minute, 8 more minutes plus stoppage time.
Leon goes for it. It goes all the way through. Buchanan's going to try to keep it in.
Canada, U.S. in the final as per.
Jamaica.
Yeah, we think going to win.
Now that I've seen Canada, the way they've attacked in this match, I think they may have finally figured it out, scoring goals. As I said, that's the one thing that came last in Bev Priestman's system. And I think because of all the attacks they've had, the fact that they could have easily won by 6 if Spencer wasn't in goal, I think they may have figured it out. And let's be honest, they somehow pulled out a win against the USA in the Olympics when they didn't know how to score goals. So I think Canada's better than the USA right now, just barely. I really do.
coming into the game.
Because Vlatko is still figuring things out with the USA women's team. So I'm going to say Canada. I'm going to give them the edge.
For Leon,
60-40.
qualifying tournament, and only 4 players in the entire tournament.
I'm going to give them the edge. Maybe that's biased, but
Salon defending that one and put under pressure.
unlike last year, I'm actually giving them the edge.
Revere.
I like their chances.
Yeah.
Because last year, when it came to the Olympics, I was like, I hope they beat the USA. I'd love to see it. It'd be funny.
And Becky's the other player.
But, and they did. I thought the USA was still the better team. It wasn't easy. They got it done.
Tied with multiple assists to lead the tournament.
So, now I think Canada have the better chance.
Yep.
I think the USA are starting to – I think they're still figuring things out as well. I don't think their new generation is as dominant as their last generation, and I think they're trying to figure things out. They're not perfect yet. So we'll see.
Agree with it.
Becky takes her space, finds Heidema, touch, lets her down, Heidema. Schmidt.
84th minute.
Quinn.
Five minutes plus stoppage time to go. Oh, Grosso! Cross! What a save! Spencer.
Wow.
Gilles plays Becky wide. Grosso, what a turn from Grosso. Can she go back post? She does. Save from Spencer and cleared out.
Spencer again for Jamaica RC.
That's one of the golden boot.
What a run there.
One of the best goalkeeper of the tournament, in my opinion.
Grosso, the deception from Grosso, the cross has been so effective. She uses that to her advantage.
85th minute.
Did not open up enough to get that to the back post, but Spencer has been excellent in goal for Jamaica, keeping it at 3-0, which is where we stand in the 86th minute. The most recent goal coming from Leon. Also, Leon having that assist to Alicia Chapman.
Yeah, who you guys going to bring to win the tournament, the championship? Let me know. Canada or USA?
Canada has scored 4 goals, 7 of the 8 games that they've played against Jamaica. Today, only with 3, and this is without Bunny Shaw. Space to go forward for Primus.
86th minute.
So a good performance from Jamaica. Not the result that they're closing in on that they would have liked, but still in the running for an Olympic spot in 2024 in Paris. Heidema, early cross.
USA winning.
Swaby clears.
I would say if Jamaica, I kind of feel like if once Jamaica gets that Olympic playoff, where they
God, good evening. Welcome to the show.
What do they play, Canada or USA? When it comes to the Concacaf.
Hold on, Ryan. Carla.
Yo, Rima, Wagwan.
Wagwan. Who this? Who I talk to?
Yo, Lamar, you talk to now. Wagwan.
Lamar.
I want to say that Lamar, you don't know Lamar.
I remember, brother. Remind me, Bridget.
You know, Lamar make you the biggest social leader of your life, brother.
Yeah, the man. Go sit down, man.
Oh, I like get it for your channel, dog.
They live, brother. How do you live, Lamar?
Oh. Yeah, I'm on the game, man. That's part of your channel, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me make you win the biggest trophy.
Yeah, you, me make you win it.
Me save the penalty, bro.
And come make I get a post and Ray, and you know, the name big. I know them still talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
You remember Danny boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny there, man. Yeah, Danny, you know. Danny there on the block and say,
yeah. So you know so I mean this.
But I wouldn't know you, dog. You don't see channel, dog.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy, your name, brother.
Yeah, bro. Big up yourself, bro.
Alright, now your name, dog.
Eh?
Alright, we link you, dog.
Yeah, man. Me receive your number, brother. Yeah. A lot of people. Save the number, yeah.
Minute plus stoppage time to go. Becky on the ball. Cleared.
Yes, my people. Jesus Christ, Jamaica.
30 seconds.
Can't beat the girl, him still, them try.
Leon. Lots of space for Adriana Leon, but Salon does well to defend.
90. 20 seconds for 90. Good second half. Good game.
We're nearing the end of regulation. Jamaica having some spells of possession.
Throw in into the 90th minute. How much stoppage time? 3 minutes.
3 minutes of additional time that are going to be added on to the end of the second half, and Canada getting ever so close for the official advancement to the final of the Concacaf W Championship and playing for the right to go to the 2024 Olympic Games, and definitely something that they are going to have their eyes on. In the past, 2 reigning gold medalists have failed to qualify for the next Olympics, but with this win, they will increase their chances by either winning in the final or winning a playoff spot for the final spot in the 2024 Paris Games.
Becky. Clears. A minute through.
That one a bit scary for Jamaica. Becky making that run in line, but Satara Murray able to get it.
Minutes.
Just keep the ball. 3 minutes.
1:15. Minute and a half to go. Halfway through stoppage. Cross in on the corner. Header away. Gilles can't get the header through.
Gilles again.
Looks like another corner into the second minute
From the opposite side, and
of stoppage.
a little bit of frustration from Vanessa Gilles, but always a danger on every corner kick here this evening.
2 minutes through. A minute to go. Another corner taken. Another header falls for Buchanan.
This one a little bit
For
far.
Riviere.
Be able to keep it
Onside.
penalty area.
Shot.
Cycling it in. Riviere. Schmidt might be onside. Schmidt, it pops down. Deflected up and over. There was a whistle that came, so we'll see what comes from
30
this.
seconds to go.
Offside. The initial ball might have popped down off that ear, but either way, it'll go to Jamaica to build out of the back.
3 minutes in.
Blackwood plays it long.
Clear.
Helped off Prima, so it'll be Jody Brown trying to pressure
Full
Reveal.
time.
Well done by Kiki Van Zanten.
Oh, it's a foul.
Late tackle, and this will be a free
Yellow
kick.
card. Free
And
kick.
a yellow card coming for Calissa Van Zanten.
Yeah, that's a bad foul. Yeah, that's could be, but that's
Late
basically
challenge is not able to stop her momentum going right through Khadijah Buchanan. A hard hit.
free kick, and that should be it. Full time. There we go. Canada wins 3-0 over the Reggae Girls.
And that's the
final of the Concacaf W champion.
This final game of the Concacaf W Championship. Canada has advanced to their 5th straight final, and they will face the United States, where Jamaica will face Costa Rica in a 3rd place game. Those goals coming from Fleming, Chapman, and Leone. We will have interviews, full-time highlights, and stats coming up right after this.
Wicked lost that by the Jamaican. But Ryan, I sent you the link. I just need 12 minutes out of your time. Just 12 minutes to break down the game, man.
Okay.
So people, I post it in the link. Just click on the link and join me over there. Let's discuss the game for at least 15 minutes. So click on the link, pin in the comment section, and let's wrap it up for the night. All right.